Water Conditioning, Stevens Construction, Strut Insurance, SurePoint Ag, Taco John's, Western State Bank.
Here's Andrés Tejeda.
Hello and welcome to the Funk Optometry pregame show on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagle football. I'm your host and play-by-play voice of the Colby Eagles, Andrés Tejeda. However, we're going to have Chad Jones take you from kickoff all the way on to the post-game show. Let's get things started with our scene setter. So, the Colby Eagles will be taking on the Nickerson Panthers. Colby 2-6 on the air, Nickerson 1-7. I figured we'd take some time to look at how we got to where we are this season. Let's start off with the opposing Nickerson Panthers, and boy, has it been a tough season for the Panthers. They won their first game away at Lions, winning that game in a shutout, 28-0. Sounds like a good start to the season for the Panthers. They would then get shut out themselves at their home opener against Hillsborough, 21-0. They'd play again at home, play Haven, losing that game 49-12. Then they'd play Larned away and lose that game 28-20. So a close game there. Here is where the floodgates had opened. On Friday, September 30th, this was the talk of Kansas high school football everywhere. Again, September 30th, they are at home playing Andale. Andale is currently 8-0 and will be playing Goodland tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. our time. Again, Goodland 2-6. They had lost that game 108-0. Their second time being shut out, but by a deficit of 108 points. Then they would go ahead and play Pratt. That was 2 weeks ago, losing that game 54-14. Last week they were playing Smoky Valley in Lindsborg and lost that game 42-0. So a tough season. They've only scored 76 points this season and have given up 350 points, a big chunk of that coming from the Andale game. So they have a very similar story as the Ulysses Tigers in the division. But now let's take a look at the Colby Eagles and their story. And a tough season for the Eagles, losing at Ulysses the first game of the week, of week one. Playing that game on a Saturday, actually. 46-28 loss, then going all the way out to Holyoke, Colorado, losing to the Dragons 46-20. Then we come home for their home opener and homecoming, winning that game 40-9 against the Cimarron Blue Jays. They would then take on Hugoton at Hugoton and losing that game 47-6 and moving to a 1-3 record. They would then come home to welcome the Holcomb Longhorns, losing that game 39-12 to a 1-4 season. We would then have the I-70 rivalry going all the way to Goodland for the last road game of the year, losing that game in a 34-8 loss, and then moving 1-5 on the season. The Colby Eagles would then take on the 5-1 Lake and Bronx and win that game narrowly, 22-20. Arguably the best game the Eagles have had all season, moving their record to 2-5. That anticipation and upset would then take them to the 6-1 Scott City Beavers, where the Colby Eagles would be shut out 48-0. We'll have more on that game in the Eagle Rewind coming up. Now this week, in Week 9, last game of the season, they will take on the Nickerson Panthers, again 1-7. Colby 2-6. So we'll see where these two teams line up on the gridiron and who will walk away with a final win on the season. Will be Nickerson going 2-7 or Colby going 3-6. We'll have more on the Funk Optometry pregame show after this, so don't go anywhere. We got a lot to talk about here at 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagle football.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Coming up on the Eagle Rewind.
They They are geared up and stocked up for fall harvest at American Implement, your John Deere dealer. You'll find a great selection of tractors, combines, grain carts, and other get-her-done fall equipment, a huge selection. Plus the parts department, well, they're stocked up, and the service departments are ready to keep you rolling. But remember, when you visit your local American Implement dealer, you have access to all the inventory at all 14 American Implement locations. That's a big selection. Here's to a safe harvest from American Implement, your Northwest Kansas John Deere dealers in Oakley, Colby, Goodland, and Wheeler.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Coming up next, it's an Eagle Rewind.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for an Eagle Rewind. It's been a while since we've done one of these. We had the Colby High School Ag Building segment about 2 weeks ago, and then last week we had that great interview with the Colby High School girls tennis and golf team. So we've had to cut that out, but let's talk about it this weekend. Fortunately, not a good week from last weekend. The Scott City Beavers defeated the Colby Eagles 48-0. Let's get down to business there. In the first quarter, Scott Beavers at 5'11". Jackson Rumford, a 20-yard reception would be good for the touchdown. Extra point would be good, and this is the first time we've ever really seen go for the extra point as opposed to two-point conversions. And their kicker, they were able to punt and kick the ball well the entire night. In the second quarter, that would be the only score in the first quarter. In the second quarter, 10:56, 22-yard run by Lawson Bailey, put him up 13-0. Extra point would be good for a 14-0 lead. 7:26 in the second quarter, 56-yard impressive run by Jace Thomas, put him up 20-0. Extra point would be good, take a 21-0 lead. A short time later, 5:02, a 3-yard run by Lawson Bailey, his second touchdown of the night, 27-0. Extra point would be good to put him up 28-0. Brady Welker would get into the action at 2:55 in the second quarter, a 15-yard run to put him up 34-0. Extra point would just be outside of the uprights to keep them at 34-0. They would try one more time in the second quarter with 1.6 seconds, a 24-yard field goal attempt to put them up 37-0. That one would miss just wide to continue a 34-0 lead into the second half. Third quarter, 4:27, a 6-yard run by Dylan Metzger. The quarterback took it in himself for the 40-0 lead. Extra point would be good to lead them 41-0. And then finally in the third quarter, 2:07, another impressive 66-yard run for the Scott Beavers, this time by Lawson Bailey, his third touchdown, so give him the hat trick, putting him up 47-0. Extra point would be good to end the suffering there for the Eagles at 48-0. No one would score in the fourth quarter. Eagles were not able to score at all, unfortunately, as you can tell by the big old donut on the scoreboard. Scott Beavers were able to score a total of 8 consecutive times. 7 consecutive times outside of the missed field goal, but they did find a way to get into the end zone. That being said, it's time for the Eagles to take on the Panthers. Panthers are 1-7, as we mentioned earlier. Should be a good one tonight, and hopefully we can get some of our guys. Some of the Eagles can fly back to the end zone and put some points up on the board. Well, that's been your Eagle Rewind this week, or for this segment, and we'll be back with more on the Funk Optometry pregame show after this.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. After the break, we'll get a look around the GWAC.
Ladies, Colby Community College wants you to know that renewable energy companies are creating fast tracks for advancement to bring more women into the industry. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, wind and solar energy are 2 of the fastest growing fields. There's never been a better time to let CCC help you begin a new career. Online classes start every 8 weeks. Remember, big muscles are not required to work in renewable energy. Brains and work ethic are. Contact Colby Community College today or visit colbycc.edu.
October is Jeep Adventure Days at Colby Dodge. Enjoy your new adventures in a new Jeep. Take advantage of 2.9% APR for 60 months plus a $1,000 rebate on a 2022 Jeep Compass. Need a little more room for your adventurous family? The all-new 2022 Wagoneer has room for everyone, and you can save big with 2.9% APR for 60 months plus a $1,500 rebate. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience. The company markets your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Delicious food, friendly service, and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You find it all at El Dos de Oros in Colby. Mexican favorites that your entire family can enjoy. Delicious, sizzling hot fajitas, scrumptious enchiladas, tasty tacos, burritos stuffed to the brim, and of course, the best margaritas around. That's all at El Dos de Oros. Go find them at 1921 South Range Avenue in Colby and enjoy delicious Mexican food.
Young, beginning, and small farmers and ranchers are driving innovation and change while defining the future of farming. And Farm Credit Western Kansas wants to be a part of this transformation. With their fresh perspectives and creative approaches, combined with the credit expertise you'll find at Farm Credit, we'll help turn your dreams into success stories. Hi, I'm Brett Armberger. Come see me on Tuesdays from 10 to 2 in Atwood at E.C. Mellick's Agency or call 785-462-6714. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Here's Andres Tejeda with a look around the GWAC. Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for a look around the GWAC. Let's get started with last Friday's scores. Hugoton taking on Goodland, winning that game 45-16. Hugoton was actually trailing Goodland in the first half, if you can believe it, before that 45-6 win. Ulysses went home and took on Liberal. Liberal defeated them at home 42-19. Cimarron was at Hoisington. They lost that game 35-0 with another shutout. Holcomb taking on the Southwestern Heights High School, defeating them 58-7. And then last week, Scott City shutting out the Colby Eagles 48-0. Let's take a look at next week before we get to our standings. Actually, let's go to the standings first. So, tied in first are the Scott City Beavers and the Holcomb Longhorns at a 7-1 record. Scott with the longest record as of now at 5 straight wins. Holcomb with 2 wins in a row. Hugoton now 6-2 in that third place spot. Cimarron, Colby, and Goodland tied in fourth at 2-6. Cimarron and Colby losing their last game, Goodland winning their last 2. And then finally, last is Ulysses with a 1-7 record, losing their last 7 games. Again, their only win was against the Colby Eagles back in week 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the games for tonight. Goodland will take on Andale. Andale is undefeated, 8-0 this year, as Goodland again 2-6. That game is starting off at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Scott City will host Smoky Valley. They are 4-4. The game starts at 7 p.m. Cimarron will head out to Russell. Russell is 5-3. And that game starts at 7. Hugoton will travel out to Cheney. They are both at 6-2 records, so that should be a fun game to watch there. 7 p.m. kickoff time. Pratt will travel to Holcomb. So Holcomb hosting Pratt. Pratt's definitely played in this against some of these teams this year. Pratt is 6-2. Holcomb 7-2. So another good game there. And then this week, Colby hosts Nickerson at Dennen Field. Colby 2-6. Nickerson 1-7. Kickoff at 7 p.m. here just shortly. So that's basically what we got going on for this week around the GWAC. It should be a fun one. Fun last week of football, and a nice way to get into the mood of fall as the leaves are changing colors, the breeze is getting crispy and cool, and all the pumpkin spice lattes are back at your favorite coffee shop. A lot of pumpkin. You know they make pumpkin spice Cheerios? I just saw that for the first time when I was at the local Walmart. Anyways, that's your blick around the GWAC. We're back with more on the Funk Optometry pregame show after this.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Up next, we take a look at this week in Eagle Athletics.
The new school year is underway, and you made sure your kids got all the supplies they needed to be successful. Backpacks, pens, paper, pencils, notebooks. But did you make sure that they had the visual tools they needed to be successful? Hi, this is Dr. Sam Funk with Funk Optometry in Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. And studies show that up to 80% of learning is visual. Make sure your kids have the visual tools they need to be successful. Call my office today to make an appointment in Colby, Atwood, or Hoxie. And let's make this a successful school year.
Farmers, make sure you are taking advantage of all the products and services the High Plains Co-op has to offer, now including their new HPC Risk Management LLC program, helping hard-working farmer members like yourself manage risks in the marketing and crop insurance sector.
Hi, this is Lyle Russell, your local grain marketing specialist. Contact me today at 785-269-7716, and I can help you establish and create profitability through custom marketing plans for your farming operation.
Hoover Lumber is much more than just your ordinary hardware store. They, of course, sell lumber, tools, paint, and many other items, including grill smokers and lawn care products, but they also provide services that the typical hardware stores don't. Lose your car keys or fob? Well, they can program and cut keys for all kinds of vehicles, new and old. Have a big gathering coming up? Well, Hoover's rents out high-quality lifetime tables and chairs. Plus, their staffs are knowledgeable and even more helpful, going the extra mile, making sure you're taken care of. It's your not-so-typical hardware store, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby.
The share it with a friend deal, even if that friend is yourself. Your McDonald's, your rules.
There's a deal for every friendship at McDonald's. Right now, buy a Big Mac, 10-piece chicken McNuggets, or a quarter pounder with cheese, and get the second one for just $1. And pair them with one of our frozen drinks, like the new Fanta Blue Raspberry. Price and participation may vary. Valid for product of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Today on Hey Culligan, better water that cares. Jane's on the line.
Hey Culligan, how can I avoid using all those plastic water bottles that harm the sea turtles?
Jane, our always-on drinking water system helps eliminate the equivalent of 15 billion single-use plastic bottles a year. So, you see, Culligan cares about sea turtles, too.
Aw, plastic pollutes and Culligan cures.
That's catchy, Jane, and totally true.
I'll take it, like now.
Jane, we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
See your local Culligan dealer, Shepner's Water Conditioning in Goodland and Colby.
A little rain isn't going to stop you. When it comes to protecting your farm's inventories, livestock, and equipment, we'll make sure your buildings work just as hard as you do. We're your local Butler builder. With us, you'll get the advanced engineering of Butler Manufacturing, the industry's leading provider of building systems. Give us a call. We're your local Butler builder.
In Northwest Kansas, call Stevens Construction at 785-462-7571 to discover the difference a Butler building can make.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Here's Andres Tejeda with This Week in Eagle Athletics.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for This Week in Eagle Athletics. Last week we had a fun time talking with the girls' tennis and golf team. So again, thank you, ladies. You can go ahead and watch the full edited and exclusive interview on our YouTube page. It should be up there about 18 minutes long. We're only able to get about 5 minutes from each group, so a lot more questions about the season, how they prepare, fun stuff like that. Go ahead and check it out again on our YouTube at Northwest Kansas Rocking M Media. You can find it all there. Moving on to this week. Today we have the football game against Nickerson. Middle school wrestling starts in Goodland tomorrow at the Max L. Jones Fieldhouse. And then on the 31st, kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, no school on Halloween Day. So this should be a fun time for all the ghouls and goblins to go out and get some candy. Moving on, can you believe it? We're already in November. There is the GWAC football and volleyball all-league meeting going on, and then on November 3rd, the middle school girls basketball tournament, not basketball tournament, but basketball team will go and play at the Colby Event Center at Holcomb. So that'll be the first home game for the girls. And that's really all that's left to talk about for this season. Basketball's coming up soon. They'll start playing in about mid-December. But until then, a lot of fun stuff going on. You got the middle school girls basketball team. I'm assuming the boys will be starting soon, as well as wrestling. So go ahead and check it out. You can go and check out all the events at the Colby High School website under the events tab on the side. There's also a calendar. So go ahead and make sure you get all of your information there. That's it for us here for the This Week in Eagles Athletics. We'll be back with more on the Funk Optometry pregame show after this.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Come with us as we go behind enemy lines after the break.
Rarely, if ever, do you hear someone say they look forward to going to the doctor's office. This is Dr. Kristen Parker with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. Many chiropractic patients experience instant pain relief after receiving a treatment. As a result, a number of our patients have said they actually look forward to their chiropractic adjustments. If you've never been to a chiropractor, I'd like to personally invite you into our clinic for effective, comfortable, and professional care. Learn more about us online at nwkchiro.com.
With 11 locations across the state, most everyone has a People's State Bank location close to home. The People's State Bank offers loans of all types, including ag, commercial, home, and business, plus a wide range of checking account options as well. Put their knowledgeable staff to work for you. Find out how one of the 11 statewide locations can help you. Visit psbbanks.com. The People's State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
To guarantee your home's heating and cooling system is ready for whatever the season's weather brings, call McKee Incorporated today. At McKee Incorporated, we're the people you know and trust right in your community. Only McKee Incorporated can give you expert and authentic Lennox quality coupled with savings that make achieving perfect air in your home easier than ever. For a limited time, they're offering $1,200 in rebates and monthly payments as low as $132 on a brand new Lennox system. To get quality Lennox equipment, unmatched savings, and trusted service, think McKee Incorporated and call 785-462-3132 today. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Get the latest 5G devices at Nextech Wireless. Now you can get the iPhone 14 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus on us, or up to $999 off any other device. And that's not all. You can also get half off a new Apple Watch when you bring your number to us. Nextech Wireless. We are Kansas.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc engine, an easy-to-use fully automatic CVT transmission with reverse, electric start, and durable proven components, the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Here's Andres Tejeda behind enemy lines.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for our segment Behind Enemy Lines. We're talking to the head coach of the Nickerson Panthers, Coach Taylor Bauman. Coach Taylor Bauman, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. So first off, just to give us a little bit of a familiarity, what is the culture and play style of Panther football?
Yeah, so this is my first year here at Nickerson. I was a head coach at a small 8-man school the past 5 years. And culture is something that we've talked about a lot this year. Just kind of getting away from some of the struggles that they've had in the past with culture, and really trying to just instill a culture of not only being great on the field, but also off the field, and doing things right in the classroom and in the community and at home. We kind of try to build that in our players. We think that great men make great football players. So that's kind of what we do. As far as football-wise goes, I'm from an old school veer offense, so I've kind of tried to switch that to new school a little bit, so we go out of the shotgun a lot, but still kind of run option football. And then our defensive coordinator, Parker Bruce, he's just recently graduated from K-State and got done with his playing career there. So he kind of goes to a 4-2-5 defense. And we try to do some different things, try to bring a little bit of pressure, but to also just try to make it simple enough that our kids can play fast.
Absolutely, and obviously at this level you're trying to develop those kids into playing the sport that they grew up loving and possibly even making it to the next level, being college. With that, you've also said that you used your first season. With the season coming to a close, what are some lessons that you yourself have learned, but also that the team has learned in the past 2 months in your first season?
Yeah, there's honestly a lot of similarities between this year and my first year as a head coach at Stafford, my previous school. Again, I'm the third coach here at Nickerson in 3 years. So this is for these seniors. You know, they had the same coach their freshman and sophomore year and had a different coach ever since then. So that makes it tough for the kids. But just the relationships that we've built over these past few months. I mean, going all the way back to the beginning of June when we started some summer workouts and install of our football game plans and things like that. We've just learned a lot about each other, honestly. They've learned how I like to do things and the programs that I try to run and kind of what we try to instill in them, like I talked about, not only being great football players, but great young men. And I've learned a lot about them and their backgrounds and their families. We try to keep that communication open as much as we can for these high school students, but also just preparing them for, like you said, their future, whether it's playing football or not. Just being successful outside of Nickerson High School, I think, is huge. So just learning how I can help them on and off the field, but also just the impact that they've had on my life is just tremendous.
That being said as well, talking about those life struggles and things like that, both Colby and Nickerson both have losing seasons. How do you continue to keep the intensity and energy up during a season where a team struggles? And like you said, you've had 3 different coaches in the last 3 years. Building culture is very important. What are some of the things that you do to maintain that energy level, to continue to go out every week and continue to keep fighting and keep those boys' energies and mentality up?
Yeah, I mean, we just continue to talk about at some point, if we continue to put the work in, things are going to start to fall into place for us. And every school that struggles or has a history of struggling, kind of like Nickerson does, they all have, if they're able to turn it around, they all have that one turning point, that one game, or maybe they go into it and no one thinks they can win, and they pull it out because of they continue to fight and continue to have faith in the coaches and what they're trying to teach them and each other and themselves. So we just kind of continue to try to tell these seniors that, we haven't had the season that we wanted to. I think we have better potential than we've shown this year, but we have seen a lot of growth, and at some point it's going to click, and when it does, I think that can be the turning point for our program. They've done a great job of sticking with it. A lot of these seniors that we have do have aspirations to go on and play college football, so I think that helps keep them motivated as well, of getting more things on film and things that coaches are interested in, and they've really done a great job. They make my job pretty easy for the most part. We've had a really good year as far as growth, I think, off the field, more so than on the field, but I think that'll come at some point, and I'm hoping it'll happen this Friday.
So, speaking of this Friday, what are some of those things that you're looking to minimize in the game against the Colby Eagles? What are some of those things that stand out that the Eagles do successfully that you want to minimize?
Yeah, they're a great team. The Eagles are a great team, and I think kind of like us, haven't had the season that they wanted to, but I think their potential and their skill is better than their record has shown. And so our biggest thing is just kind of doing what we do and being assignment and alignment sound, and then executing what us coaches are asking our guys to do. Every high school game, I believe, is won at the line of scrimmage, so we want to try to reestablish that line of scrimmage, whether it's if we're on offense 1 yard into the defensive backfield, or if we're on defense 1 yard into the offensive backfield. And I think that's going to be important for Friday's game is just the line of scrimmage and how we handle that.
And with that as well, minimizing those things. And then you also talked about the relationship you're having with those student athletes that you have. Who are some of those players that you could name that have stood out for the Panthers in this season?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we have a great senior class. I'd say it's kind of led by our quarterback, Colton Morrell. He's been a 4-year player for the Panthers here. Obviously, this is my first year with him, but he's just a tremendous athlete. I think there's rarely been a game where he isn't the best athlete on the field. We don't always give him the help that he needs on the line of scrimmage. Like I said, that's kind of one of our struggles this year. But he's a great athlete, great kid, and done a good job as a leader for us. We have Alaric Van Cleek and Jace Byard also with him in the backfield. We do a 2-back set back there, and they've done a lot of great things, whether it's running the ball or blocking for Colton as well. We got some guys on the line of scrimmage. We got some injuries up there, but R.J. Monroe's been our left tackle all year. He's a very, very, very physically gifted kid. 6'3", 250 pounds, and very athletic. I don't think he's quite reached his potential, and I hope that he can see that this Friday because he has a great opportunity to maybe play at the next level. Our right side of our offensive line has been sturdy for us as well, and Michael Nolby and Carson England, and then kind of anchored there in the center by London Lafayette. He's a first-year starter for us as a senior, but he's done a great job on learning a new position and kind of being a leader there on the line of scrimmage.
And talk about that leadership. How do you help train those seniors? Because I think it's well known through all of any level of sport. You got to have that leadership from the coaching standpoint, but also those internal leaders like your seniors. What are some of those things that you do to not inspire, but to accentuate those leadership qualities in those seniors, especially with this tough of a season?
Yeah, the biggest and easiest thing I could say is just leading by example. I try to be the type of leader that I expect from them, and that doesn't always. I'm older than them, so I have more life experiences and a little bit. I guess you could say maturity, but that's not a great word for it. But just trying to lead by example from our entire coaching staff, but then just putting them in an opportunity to be a leader. I think the best teams are player-led, not coach-led. And so we try to give them an opportunity to lead, and whether they succeed or fail, then we can talk about it and why they succeeded or why they failed, and then we can move on from there and either make adjustments or continue doing what we're doing. I try to give them a few examples of little things that they can do to be a leader, whether it's just simply, hey, today let's try to give one compliment out at practice, okay? So pick one young guy, bring him into the ring and say, hey, you've done this well. And I think that's huge for the young guys. That gets them bought in as well and gets them excited, whether they're playing or not, to continue to come out to practice and work hard. Maybe a scout team player that they just kind of get beat up on all year, but that makes them want to come out and help these older guys get better each and every day.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us across enemy lines. That's Coach Taylor Bauman. Again, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
This has been Behind Enemy Lines on the Funk Optometry pregame show. We'll be back with more after this.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Find out who's this week's Senior Spotlight coming up next.
Rip for now, and it needs replaced. Who are you gonna call?
Roof Masters! Roof Masters Roofing in Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call
Roof Masters!
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
See your local Culligan dealer, Scheffner's Water Conditioning in Goodland and Colby.
A little rain isn't going to stop you. When it comes to protecting your farm's inventories, livestock, and equipment, we'll make sure your buildings work just as hard as you do. We're your local Butler builder. With us, you'll get the advanced engineering of Butler Manufacturing, the industry's leading provider of building systems. Give us a call. We're your local Butler builder.
In Northwest Kansas, call Stevens Construction at 785-462-7571 to discover the difference a Butler building can make.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darvin and his professional agents and Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster. Just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
SurePoint Ag in Atwood, Kansas has a thrilling opportunity for an electrical or computer engineer. You will create cutting-edge software and electronic systems for SurePoint components. Candidates should be proficient in C, C++, embedded programming for control systems, and Android and iOS programming to ensure smartphone and tablet apps communicate seamlessly with SurePoint products. You'll design wiring harnesses, printed circuit boards, and support SurePoint electronics. Email a resume and cover letter to jobs@surepointag.com to apply. SurePoint Ag is an equal opportunity employer. Learn more at surepointag.com.
Professor Penny, welcome to Taco John's.
I have crunched the numbers, and it just can't be.
You talking about our new 4-cheese quesadilla?
Yes, it's scientifically impossible. How can you fit melty asadero, queso blanco, Monterey Jack, and cheddar inside?
And chipotle lime sauce and sirloin steak or grilled chicken.
But how?
We, melt it.
Ah, so it's quadrophysics. Got it. Try the new 4-cheese steak or chicken quesadilla. Only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download our app to win free food.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Here's this week's Senior Spotlight. Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for our Senior Spotlight. We're here with Tyler Raymer. Tyler, tell me a little bit about what you do with the Eagles, your position, and a little bit about your time with them.
So I started playing football for CHS, or Colby High School, since I was a freshman. I've been a 3-year starter. My first time starting was my sophomore year, and it's my senior year. It's been a great ride. It's been a very fun ride. A lot of experience, a lot of fun, a lot of sad times, a lot of adversity, a lot of everything, and I wouldn't want to play my favorite sport, my life, with anybody else other than this team.
So let's talk about that time. The one question I've always asked every week is, what out of those moments, what has been the most impactful or memorable to you since playing on this team?
The play that's probably impacted me the most was my freshman year. You know, I didn't get to play much. We had a lot of great guys that season. It was against Scott City. We didn't beat them in a really long time. I can't remember how many years to be exact, but goal line situation. They were on, I think, the 3-yard line, and it was deciding to win the game or not. And they ran a sweep to the outside, or they ran a play to the outside, and Cade Landing and a bunch of our players just stopped them, and that's probably one of my most memorable moments. And my freshman year, being district champs and league champs, those guys kind of inspired me to play the way I do.
Absolutely, that's an awesome memory. I guess let's talk about the team that you've come up with, especially your senior class. Talk about them and the kind of role that they've played coming into the senior year with the team, and how things have been going.
I thought we were going to do really well. We're missing a guy who played varsity football with us last year, Shane Puckett, but I had varsity experience. Hunter Vaughn, our quarterback, had varsity experience, and Breen Barton, who we miss very, very much, had varsity experience from last year. And 2 guys that I really wish would have played last year or the year before that to build up for this upcoming, or for our senior season, is Logan Haggard and Landon Kreitzer. I feel like, they were 2 really great players still to me, but I feel like if they would have went out for that extra year or 2, that they could have been just a lot better, or just that much better that we needed. But, I mean, they were still two great players that we loved. And Braden Imhoff, this year was his first year being a varsity starter, and he did great. He's put on some weight, or he's gained some weight. He's gained a lot of muscle. He's just overall a good, hard runner. Yeah.
So let's talk about some of those younger guys. Obviously, this will be your last year. Who are some of those guys that you see, obviously as one of the leaders of the team, that are going to step up next year that you really see a lot of potential in?
Two of the juniors that I see a lot of potential in, who are going to be pretty good leaders, is Zane Betts and Tucker Bork. Zane Betts has been a starter with us for the past 2 years. Tucker played a little bit of varsity last year. I think those two are going to be two really great leaders. And then the sophomore class, I feel like Braden Foss, Kai Lanning, Cameron Lilly, and Guy Tubbs, they're all going to be really great leaders. I mean, we had a really young team this year due to quite a bit of injuries and stuff like that. And they stepped up. They did a great job helping us out, helping us my senior season, and I feel like those guys upcoming their senior season, I feel like they're going to be some pretty good leaders for us.
Yeah, they've been performing real well. And then for yourself, what are your plans after high school?
My plans after high school, I'm planning on probably going to Northwest Technical College to be either an auto body mechanic or a diesel mechanic. I've talked to some other colleges. I've talked to Hayes. I've talked to a bunch of other places to go, but I feel like I kind of want to stay closer to Colby so I can be closer to my family, my siblings, my brother, my team, and just go to Northwest Tech in Goodland.
And then finally, what is your final message in this final game of the season to the Colby faithful?
No matter what, win or lose this game, I'm going to love this team no matter what. This is definitely going to be one of the teams that I remember the most due to my senior season. These guys sold out for me all the time in practice, made me a better player, helped me overall become a better player, better person, everything. I'm going to love these guys. I'm going to remember them for probably the rest of my life. They've done a lot for me, and I hope the guys, when they're in my position, I hope the guys below them help them out a lot, and so they can remember them as much as I remember these guys. So.
Yeah, well, thanks so much, Tyler, for joining us. That's our senior spotlight this week, Tyler Raymer. We'll be back with more after this.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Up next, the Reese McKinney Show.
October is Jeep Adventure Days at Colby Dodge. Enjoy your new adventures in a new Jeep. Take advantage of 2.9% APR for 60 months plus a $1,000 rebate on a 2022 Jeep Compass. Need a little more room for your adventurous family? The all-new 2022 Wagoneer has room for everyone, and you can save big with 2.9% APR for 60 months plus a $1,500 rebate. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Bowman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Bowman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of, from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Bowman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved ones' memories are cherished. See our website at bowmanmortuary.com today for more information.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc engine, an easy-to-use fully automatic CVT transmission with reverse, electric start, and durable proven components, the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Hi, this is J.L. Evans, Banking Center President at Western State Bank in Colby. I'd like to welcome Brent Moss to our commercial and ag lending team as we continue to grow. Brent joins our Colby Banking Center after more than 13 years as a local lender. He holds a bachelor's degree in finance and has a background in farming. Visit with Brent Moss, Matt Smith, or me, J.L. Evans, at our Colby Banking Center today. Visit WSBKS.com for contact information. Western State Bank, continuing to invest in Northwest Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your bank account stressing you out with too many fees or not enough interest? Or maybe you're wanting to see your hard-earned money sooner? Let us help. Hi, this is Kaylee Raymer with Farmers and Merchants Bank. We can offer you a free account that pays an APY of 3% interest on your daily balances. Not to mention the refund on nationwide ATM fees, and you can also get your paycheck up to 2 days earlier. Stop in or call us to ask how you qualify for this elite way of banking with our Elite Cash account. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
We are back with the Funk Optometry pregame show. Welcome to the Reese McKinney Show.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for our chat with the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Coach Reese McKinney. So first off, let's talk about the season overall. What was the biggest obstacle you saw as a whole that the Eagles found a way to overcome this season?
Depth. We didn't have a lot of older guys out this year. So we had to play and roll a bunch of young guys. So that inexperience showed up a lot early, and then I liked the development that those guys found through their work ethic, pushing themselves to get better, and they were competitors. Those young guys put a lot of pressure on themselves to compete, and they want to be successful, which is a great sign for the future.
We talked a lot this season about goals that were looking to be accomplished throughout the season. What are some things that you saw that were accomplished that you necessarily didn't have on your goal sheet?
Well, the speed that we were wanting them to play at finally started showing up. Tackling was always on our list, but the improvement of the ability to tackle as the season progressed was probably our biggest obstacle we had to overcome defensively. And I thought most of the guys have done really well at getting better at that, and we do drills on it daily, and it all started kicking in a couple weeks ago, and I feel like it just rally into the ball, playing team-oriented football. Got better as the year went on. We noticed it that they were picking each other up and working harder and pushing each other to accountability in themselves to work hard.
What is something that this team and this season has taught you as a head coach?
Well, I've always said that football is like life, and then we always tend to celebrate the ones that are on the top of the mountain, but we don't celebrate the ones that have to climb out of the hole to get to the foot of the mountain. And I think that being sappy, the whole week. They should get to enjoy having fun playing football, because ultimately it is a game. So they should get to enjoy play and play it the right way. So yeah, it makes it a little more difficult because it weighs on my mind a lot more than a typical playoff week where you're not playing sure than I've experienced. Not going to miss the guys, but at least I've had a week maybe to think about my prepared speech.
Sure. And then, like you mentioned, is your last week knowing it is some teams will sometimes try some new things for next season, or will things be business as usual in the coaching staff and on the field?
We always add a few things in every week just for to get out of the routine. You always have a couple new trick plays you add in that keeps the offense on their toes, making them think about what they're supposed to do here and what they're supposed to do there. And if the guys leave the practice field and are thinking about that stuff, it's even better, because then they're thinking football. So, yeah, there's a couple wrinkles in there. We don't always use them, but it definitely makes practices more entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll be sure to keep it up. Again for joining us every week and talking with us in the pregame and postgame. And if there's anything, I guess, that you would like to let the parents or Colby Eagle fans know, we'll give you that time.
Yeah, again, I always appreciate it, the support we get around the community. I appreciate people showing up regardless of our record and cheering for us. And the parents, you know, they cook meals for the boys in the house every week, home games, or they pack a bunch of goodies for the road trips, and then they show up there to support too. So it's nice that the parents are there for these boys, because every kid deserves that, to have their parent watch them play, watch them compete, push them to compete, get them out for sports, which is harder and harder to do, and then making them stay out. I mean, that's...
Absolutely. For the final time in the pregame show, that's for the season, that's head coach Reese McKinney. Pregame show. We'll be back with more after this.
Pregame show. Weather's coming up next with Chris Trevick and Decision Weather.
They are geared up and stocked up for fall harvest at American Implement, your John Deere dealer. You'll find a great selection of tractors, combines, grain carts, and other get-her-done fall equipment. A huge selection. Plus the parts department, well, they're stocked up, and the service departments are ready to keep you rolling. But remember, when you visit your local American Implement dealer, you have access to all the inventory at all 14 American Implement locations. That's a big selection. Here's to a safe harvest from American Implement, your Northwest Kansas John Deere dealers in Oakley, Colby, Goodland, and Wheeler.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Bowman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Prearranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Bowman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of, from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Bowman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved ones' memories are cherished. See our website at bowmanmortuary.com today for more information.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
If you're thinking about a career change, consider becoming a physical therapist assistant. The Colby Community College PTA program is enrolling students now who want to help others while enjoying job security in a field that's expected to grow by 26% over the next decade. Contact CCC today and become a PTA in just 1 to 2 years. Classes are starting soon. Go to the Academics tab at colbycc.edu. Colby Community College Challenge. Create. Connect.
This is where the Ag Meteorologist Chris Schranek with your Friday night football forecast. We had a chilly start here this morning. We had a little bit of patchy frost. Those temperatures dropped down into the lower 20s. As we're going into the afternoon, those winds have turned back to the south direction around 10 miles per hour. Sunshine has heated temperatures up to around 62 for a high. And as we're heading towards the game time kickoff here, we're going to see temperatures in the lower 50s. Those south breezes will be light throughout the game, and temperatures will fall into the middle 40s before it ends, so it's going to be a little bit chilly out there. Something you'll need to have a jacket on and be prepared to celebrate hopefully a victory here on that last game of the season against those Nickerson Panthers. As we look for the weekend, we're going to see more of a zonal westerly fall, and that's going to warm temperatures back into the middle to upper 60s. Overnight lows will go back above freezing, and that dry and warmer weather will be with us Monday and Tuesday, where we set back temperatures to be in the 70s with southwest breezes at 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's going to be ahead of a trough and more active weather pattern that will be with us for the end of next week and the weekend, which could have more of an impact with potentially some rain or snow.
This has been the Eagles pregame show. Kickoff coming up next.
October is Jeep Adventure Days at Colby Dodge. Enjoy your new adventures in a new Jeep. Take advantage of 2.9% APR for 60 months plus a $1,000 rebate on a 2022 Jeep Compass. Need a little more room for your adventurous family? The all-new 2022 Wagoneer has room for everyone, and you can save big with 2.9% APR for 60 months plus a $1,500 rebate. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Delicious food, friendly service, and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You find it all at El Dos de Oros in Colby. Mexican favorites that your entire family can enjoy. Delicious, sizzling hot fajitas, scrumptious enchiladas, tasty tacos, burritos stuffed to the brim, and of course, the best margaritas around. That's all at El Dos de Oros. Go find them at 1921 South Range Avenue in Colby and enjoy delicious Mexican food.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Dennen Field in Colby, Kansas. Chad Jones filling in today for Andres Tejada. And welcome you to the final football game of the regular season, or of the season, for the Colby Eagles tonight as they host the Nickerson Panthers. Nickerson, a one-win team on the season, actually won their opening game of the year and then have not been able to get one in the win column since then. And Colby, of course, looking to finish things out here with a victory tonight at home here at Dennen Field. Nice night for football. I mean, absolutely beautiful night. It is starting to get chilly as the sun comes down, sitting at 59 degrees here at near kickoff time tonight. Colby in their home black uniforms, white numbering and orange trim, the black helmets with the Eagle logo on the side, and Nickerson in the visiting white uniforms with the dark blue helmets, blue numbers, and gold trim. Nickerson won the coin toss. They have deferred to the second half, and the Colby Eagles are going to start the football game with the ball as the captains in the middle of the field head back to the sideline and we'll get set for high school football tonight here at Dennen Field in Colby, Kansas. And again, big thank you to all of our sponsors for making the broadcast possible tonight. We couldn't do it without them. And excited to see this Eagle team finish out the season at home here this evening. So again, Colby will take the ball to start the second half. Kason Carroll will be at the helm of the offense here tonight again for Colby. As Hunter Vaughn out with injury, and Kason, the sophomore, did a pretty good job in his start last week. And a chance to get another look at it here tonight and continue to improve headed into next season. The Eagles get set to receive the kick. Braden Foss back deep. Also back for the Eagles is Zane Betts. Betts to the right, Foss to the left. As it's set to tee it up here in the middle of the field for the Panthers. Kicking duties being handled by White. And the kick underway. A short kick, and this is going to be caught by one of the upmen for the Eagles and returned. And not a bad return on the play. That one pulled down by Boston Tubbs. Actually, Imhoff. So Imhoff gets the opening kickoff, takes it at about the 40-yard line on the short kick, and Check that 35-yard line on the short kick and takes it out to about the 44. So Colby ready to go. They're going to send two receivers to the right side. They got Giesenhagen over there. Also over there is Foss. One receiver to the left, one back to the right of the quarterback in Kason Carroll. He is in the shotgun. The officials roll the ball ready for play. Carroll gets the snap, hands off on the inside, a little delay play to the left, and a nice run by Zane Betts as he takes it across midfield and down to the 49-yard line of the Panthers. So a gain of about 7 yards on the first play from scrimmage tonight. Right over the left side of the line of scrimmage. The Eagles again, they run a no-huddle offense. Not really a hurry-up, but a no-huddle. Two receivers to the right and two to the left as well. So alone in the backfield is Kason Carroll. He'll send a man in motion across the formation. Actually, it's Carroll in motion. And Betts gets the snap himself, takes it around the left side, has run into him, and is finally pushed out of bounds as he gets across the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. So that is a gain of about 12 of the play and a first down for the Eagles. First and 10 to go inside Panther territory at the 39-yard line. So that time they had Zane Betts in the backfield, took the direct snap. They sent the quarterback in motion across the formation in Kason Carroll. Carroll this time gets the snap himself, fakes the bet, keeps it himself on the right side, makes a great read on the play, and Carroll picking up about 10 yards on the play. It'll be very close to a first down as he takes it across the right side of the line of scrimmage. Heady decision by the sophomore quarterback that time, puts the ball in the chest of the running back in Zane Betts and holds it as long as possible. He sees the defenders going after Betts, pulls the snap, and takes it himself on the right side. Good read. Carroll gets set again. This time we'll have two receivers to the right, a slot to the right as well, and Betts, and now in motion across the formation, and an inside handoff on a jet sweep, and this is going to go for a nice gain on the play this time for Braden Foss. Foss across the 20, down to about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 12 and another first down for the Eagles. So Colby moving the ball at will here on this opening possession. First and 10 to go. The Eagles have the football at the 15-yard line. Betts in the backfield to the left side of Kason Carroll. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Motion man across the formation to the left side. Carroll rolling to the left. He's a left-handed quarterback. Looking for somewhere to throw. Doesn't have it. Now touchdown. Throws at the last second, and it is almost caught. Good effort there on the sideline by Guy Tubbs trying to make a one-handed grab and stay in bounds. He could not do it. And it'll bring up second down and 10 to go. Just a designed rollout pass play that time for Carroll. Again, a left-handed quarterback, so they're going to roll to the left side, make it easier to throw for him. And good job. He had plenty of time to get the ball off. Just good coverage down the field that time. Giesenhagen to the left side for Colby. Imhoff also to the left. Foss to the right side for the Eagles. Betts in the slot to the left side. Foss in motion across the formation. Betts will get the inside handout. Takes it up the middle. Breaks some tackles and pounds his way down to about the 5-yard line. Gain of about 9 on the play. Looks like they're going to spot him just short of what he needed for the first down. So third down for Colby. And about a half a yard to go. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. They need the 5 for the first. Two receivers right again. Betts in the backfield. He will get the snap. Hands it out to the second back through, and Foss breaking tackles, diving inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line. It'll get out for a first down. He does not get into the end zone, but again, he gets it out for the first down. It'll bring up first and goal to go for the Eagles at about the 2-yard line. Nice run on the play by Foss. Eagles looking to the sideline here. First and goal to go again. Ball spotted at about the 3-yard line. A little confusion here getting the play in. Now we're ready to go. Betts in the backfield. Carroll in the backfield, the quarterback. Betts to his left. Slot back to the right side, and two receivers split to the left. Motion will go on the left side, and will be a pitch. And we have a whistle, and a penalty flag flies at the snap of the ball, and we're going to have an illegal motion here. So a 5-yard penalty against the Eagles. That'll make it still first and goal to go, but now from the 8-yard line instead of the 3. So the Eagles will march back. They'll wait for the ball to be set, and they'll look at the sideline to get the play here from Coach. Officials blow the ball ready for play. We have 9:28 to go. We're just underway in the opening quarter tonight. No score yet. Colby with the first possession of the ball game and trying to cap off what's been a pretty nice drive. Two receivers to the left. That is man coverage out there. Betts will get the snap this time. Carroll in motion. Betts hands it off second back through. And again, this is Foss on the carry. He'll get it back to the 5-yard line. Gets about 3 on the play. And it'll bring up second and goal to go from the 5. He's looking back to the sideline here. And we'll bring in an extra offensive lineman. Imhoff will come out. And now you have a tight end to the left side in Guy Tubbs. It's a double tight formation, 2 backs in the backfield. And this is a direct snap to the Eagles, and taking it into the end zone that time is Zane Betts. So a direct snap to Betts, and the Eagles score first tonight on a 5-yard touchdown run by Zane Betts. Colby will get set for a 2-point conversion opportunity. Betts will get the direct snap, same play really, takes it right up the middle, and success once again as Betts gets it across the goal line, and the Eagles are on top 8-0 here with 8:29 to play in the opening quarter. We'll take a break, back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
Hi, this is Caleb Morris with the Crop Insurance Department at Farm Credit of Western Kansas with some friendly reminders for the 2023 crop year. December 1st is the sales closing date for pasture, range, and forage insurance. December 15th is the acreage reporting deadline for 2023 winter wheat in Kansas. Remember, any possible loss should be reported within 72 hours of discovery. Contact Kelly Duranick or myself at 785-462-6714 for all your crop insurance needs. Work with agents who work for you. Farm Credit of Western Kansas is an equal opportunity provider.
The new school year is underway, and you made sure your kids got all the supplies they needed to be successful. Backpacks, pens, paper, pencils, notebooks. But did you make sure that they had the visual tools they needed to be successful? Hi, this is Dr. Sam Funk with Funk Optometry in Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. And studies show that up to 80% of learning is visual. Make sure your kids have the visual tools they need to be successful. Call my office today to make an appointment in Colby, Atwood, or Hoxie. And let's make this a successful school year.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. Chad Jones in for Andres Tejada tonight, and the Eagles with the kickoff, and they go with a little squib down the field, and it's bobbled by the Nickerson Panthers, and Colby recovers the kick. So the Eagles, after taking it down the field and scoring on a 65-yard drive, now get the football right back, and they have it in great field position at the Nickerson 27-yard line. So the offense right back out onto the field. Colby will have Giesenhagen split to the left side, Foss in the slot to the left as well. One receiver to the right side, Betts in the backfield. Motion across the formation. Here's the pitch to the left side. Good penetration by the Nickerson defense, and being brought down in the backfield is Braden Imhoff. Loss of a couple on the play. Well defended that time by the Nickerson Panthers. And just trying that sweep play to the left side where they send Imhoff in motion behind the quarterback. They get the quick pitch to him on the outside, but again, that time it was well read by Nickerson. Imhoff and Giesenhagen to the right side. Foss in the slot to the left. Offset I formation with Betts to the right of Carroll. This will be an inside handoff to Betts on a little counter play. Betts breaking some tackles, still fighting his way forward, and he's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage on the play. Picks up 3. Will bring up 3rd down and 9 to go for Colby. Good piece of running there by Betts. He was hit in the backfield, just refused to go down. Turned a loss into a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and 8 to go. Colby's attempted 1 pass in the game so far. It was incomplete. Imhoff, Giesenhagen to the left. Tubbs in the slot to the right. Imhoff in motion from left to right. Handoff's going to go to Betts. No, it's pulled. And a good fake pitch that time by Kason Carroll. He's going to get good yardage on the play, give him about 6. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but not by much. And it was a great read by Kason Carroll that time. He took it around the right side, faked the handoff to Betts, and then he had the pitch man there in Imhoff on a little triple option to the right side. And He made the right decision. He faked the pitch, got the defender on the end to go, and then took it up the field. And now it brings up 4th down and manageable here, about a yard to go, a little over a yard maybe. So we'll have Betts now set for a direct snap. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Motion across the formation, and they'll hand it off to the second back through Foss, who cuts it up the middle and takes it across the 15-yard line down to the 14, and that is a gain of about 4. Now giving 5 on the play, and that is a first down for the Eagles. So a nice 4th down conversion for Colby, and they got a first down and 10 to go inside the 15 of the Panthers. Spotted at the 14. Giesenhagen left. Foss to the right. Check that. Imhoff to the right. Foss in the slot to the left. Imhoff in motion from right to left. Out of the pistol, the handoff goes to Zane Betts. He's hitting the backfield. He gets forward for a couple of yards on the play, and it'll bring up second down, and we'll call it 8. Just a nice dive play right up the middle. A lot of misdirection by the Eagles. Long motion going across the formations, trying to get the defenders out of position. 6:04 to play here in the opening quarter. 8-0, Colby on top. Eagles with the football. Again, got the score on the opening drive and then recovered the kick that was bobbled by Nickerson, and now putting together another chance at a scoring drive. Here's a quarterback keeper this time by Kason Carroll, and a nice little delay on that one. Made him think pass and then took the designed run up the middle and picked up 5 yards on the play. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 4 to go for the Eagles. Ball is on the 9-yard line. Foss to the right side for Colby. Imhoff and Giesenhagen to the left. Betts in the slot to the left side as well. Carroll alone in the backfield. Gets the snap, looking to the left side, wants to throw, has a man. Caught by Betts, but he is brought down immediately. Loss on the play, and that was a tremendous tackle that time by Van Cleek. So Van Cleek with the stop, and now it brings up 4th down and about 6 to go for Colby. Ball is on the 10-yard line. Eagles looking for the play here. They did convert on a 4th and 1 earlier in this possession. Giesenhagen to the right. Imhoff to the left. Betts in the slot to the right side. Foss also on the right. Imhoff in motion from left to right. Carroll fakes a pitch to him. Looks left. There's a man wide open in the end zone. The guy touched it. It's overthrown. Oh, my goodness. Guy Tubbs had snuck through out of a tight end position and was wide open in the back corner of the end zone. Nobody within 10 yards of him, and it was just a little bit overthrown, and Tubbs could not get to it before it went out of the back of the end zone. So a turnover on downs, and we will see the Nickerson offense for the first time tonight here. Score still 8-0. Colby with the lead. And we see Colton Morrell, the quarterback for the Nickerson Panthers, ready to take his first snaps of the game. Motion goes across the formation, offset I formation out of the pistol. Handoff goes to the tailback, and he is driven down for a minimal gain on the play. Van Cleek on the carry that time and met immediately by the front for the Colby defense, and first man in there was Tucker Rourke. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 9 to go. Down about a foot was it on the play. That was a great job of tackling that time by Rourke and company from the linebacker positions. Motion across the formation, 1 back in the backfield, and they'll fake the handoff, and the quarterback keeper goes for nothing. Guy Tubbs there immediately for Colby. Also in on the stop for Colby that time was Kyle Lanning, and it's a loss of about a foot on the play, so it brings it back to 3rd down and 10 to go. Ball on the Panther 10-yard line. 3:38 to go, opening quarter. Colby on top, 8-0. You're listening to the Eagles on radio. Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Chad Jones in for Andres Tejada today. Panthers get into a diamond formation. Quarterback keeper this time, and they'll try to pound their way through on the right side, but well defended again by the Colby Eagles. And the first man there is Boston Tubbs. He hangs on and makes a stop, gain of maybe 2 on the play. And I don't give him more than that. Give him 3 on the play, but it brings up 4th and 7 deep in their own territory in a punting situation here.
4th down and 7 to go
for the Nickerson Panthers. Eagles with Giesenhagen and Foss back deep. The kick is a high, booming, spiraling kick that's going to be fair caught at the 41-yard line. Foss underneath it makes the play. So now Colby will take over their third possession of the game already. And again, for the second consecutive possession, they will start in Panther territory at the 42-yard line. The worst field position Colby has started this game on was from their own 44. So they have had great field position tonight. Eagles will get the snap. Jason Carroll hands it off to Betts. Betts evades the first tackler, but not the second and third, and he'll be brought down for a loss on the play of about a yard.
Initial contact by number 7, Mario.
So on that opening drive of the game, we saw Colby successful moving the ball, but you see Nickerson making some adjustments here defensively, and they've been able to get on those plays to the outside and not let the Eagles turn it upfield. Colby gets set again. Boston Tubbs and Giesenhagen to the right side. Tucker Wark to the left side. He goes in motion across the formation. Here's a handoff up the middle. Betts pounds his way forward, and nice little run on the dive play here. Picks up 3. Second down and 7 to go. And the Eagles will get back up to the line of scrimmage here. Third down and 7 to go. Again, you're across midfield, so you're really in 4-down territory, you would think, for Colby. So you just want to get a positive gain here on this one. 2 receivers to the right side. Giesenhagen split out wide, clear out on the Panther sideline. And here's the pass, looking across the formation. It's intercepted. Miscommunication, it looked like that time, it was picked off, and a nice return after the pick for Skylar Wakefield. And Wakefield will take it out to the 45-yard line of the Panthers. So Wakefield with the pick that time. So the Eagle defense will head back out onto the field for the second time tonight after holding Nickerson to 3 and out on their one offensive possession here in this opening quarter. Still 8-0, Colby on top. Minute 25 to go. Quarter number 1. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left for Nickerson. 1 back in the backfield. Morrow gets the snap. Looking to the left side, throws one up deep down the field. Has a man, and it is caught on the play, and finally dragging him out of bounds that time was Salcido. But again, he's going to get it all the way down to the 16-yard line. First pass play of the game for Nickerson, and it went for a huge one. Had a mismatch on the outside. There's a snap again. It's going to throw again. Looking to the right side, and it is tipped and incomplete and nearly intercepted. Good job that time by the Eagles. Couple of defenders there, and Tucker Wark, and also Salcido for the Eagles. 2nd and 10. Panthers over on the sideline getting the play. And we have Christopher Monroe at the quarterback spot for Concordia. Gets the snap. Pitches it quickly over on the right side. Colby there. Zane Betts immediately makes the stop for a loss on the play. Loss of a yard. And it brings up 3rd down. So they've kind of switched some things around here. They now have Christopher Monroe at quarterback, and they've moved Colton Morrell to a receiver, and that time is a slot back. And we're going to have a whistle and a timeout taken by the Panthers. 44 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Back with more as Colby wins 8-0 in just a minute.
Farmers, make sure you are taking advantage of all the products and services the High Plains Co-op has to offer, now including their new HBC Risk Management LLC program, helping hard-working farmer members like yourself manage risks in the marketing and crop insurance sector.
Hello, I'm Case Rendell, your crop insurance specialist, offering crop insurance, livestock risk protection, pasture range and forage, and hail insurance. Let me help you reduce your risk and make your crop insurance process as easy as possible, including me coming to your farm.
Hoover Lumber is much more than just your ordinary hardware store. They, of course, sell lumber, tools, paint, and many other items, including grill, smokers, and lawn care products, but they also provide services that the typical hardware stores don't. Lose your car keys or fob? Well, they can program and cut keys for all kinds of vehicles, new and old. Have a big gathering coming up? Well, Hoover's rents out high-quality lifetime tables and chairs. Plus, their staffs are knowledgeable and even more helpful going the extra mile making sure you're taken care of. It's your not-so-typical hardware store, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. Chad Jones in for Andres Tejeda tonight. Tejeda, as the Eagles with the set up defensively here. They had a screen play set up by the Panthers, and that one was a lot of confusion on the offensive side of that one, and the pass off the mark that time by Colton Morrell, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 10 to go for the Nickerson Panthers. They have the football at the 16-yard line of Colby. Eagles leading 8-0 with 40.9 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Concordia has struggled offensively except for one big 30-yard pass play down the sideline. Everything else has been negative or no gain. This time they're going to throw again, have a man in the slot, and did he catch it? Yes. They're going to spot it down inside the 10 down to about the 8, but I think it's going to be short. And it is. Needed 10, got 8. The Eagles with the football, the turnover on downs, and Colby will start their 4th possession of the game, this time deep in their own territory. They've had great field position all night, but this time they will start at the 8-yard line. Colby will get set to go. Betts dotting the I. And in the formation as quarterback gets the snap. Handoff goes on the right side. Betts just on a dive play between guard and center on the right side, and a couple of yards on the play. Ends up at about 4. I tell you, the thing about Zane Betts when you watch him run, especially in his downhill plays between the tackles, he gets his shoulders low, pounds his feet, and he is hard to bring down. 2nd down and 6 to go for Colby. Motion across the formation. Betts will get the snap himself, keeps it himself on the right side, cuts it back to the left again between the tackles, and another nice run for Zane Betts as he gets it out about the 18-yard line, and that was more than enough for a 1st down on the play. Give him 10 on the play. That brings us to the end of the 1st quarter. Colby on top, 8-0. 2nd quarter coming up in just a minute.
The share it with a friend deal, even if that friend is yourself. Your McDonald's, your rules.
There's a deal for every friendship at McDonald's. Right now, buy a Big Mac, 10-piece chicken McNuggets, or a quarter pounder with cheese, and get the second one for just $1. And pair them with one of our frozen drinks, like the new Fanta Blue Raspberry. Price of participation may vary. Valid for product of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
To guarantee your home's heating and cooling system is ready for whatever the season's weather brings, call McKee Incorporated today. At McKee Incorporated, we're the people you know and trust right in your community. Only McKee Incorporated can give you expert and authentic Linux quality coupled with savings that make achieving perfect air in your home easier than ever. For a limited time, they're offering $1,200 in rebates and monthly payments as low as $132 on a brand new Linux system. To get quality Linux equipment, unmatched savings, and trusted service, think McKee Incorporated and call 785-462-3132 today. Conditions apply. See dealer for detail.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Hey, good evening. Chad Jones with you this evening, filling in for Andres. And the Eagles on top 8-0 as we start the second quarter. Colby with the football, handoff on a counter play to the right side. And again, a nice piece of running between the tackles. That's about it. They're going to give him 6 yards on that line. And that was Betts once again. They started him on the left side. We talk about the counter. Guard pulls across, and he starts to the left, but takes it across on the right side of the line of scrimmage. And nice piece of running. Shotgun formation, Betts to the left. And he will get the handoff once again, this time to the right side. And again, Betts pounds his way forward. He got a first down run of about 7. Across the 30 and out to the 32-yard line of Colby.
That's on the carry.
Eagles started this drive deep in their own territory at the 8-yard line. Colby on top 8-0 with 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. We're in the second quarter of play tonight. Final game of the season for Colby. Eagles with 2 receivers to the right. Slot back to the left. And a little reverse play. This one goes on the inside. And a great piece of running. In fact, he's loose down the sideline. Imhoff at the 30, the 20. Being chased down, hit it to 10, and stopped at the 5-yard line. That was Ward. And that's a gain of about 54 yards on the play. First down for the Eagles. Ball spotted at the 6. Ball just outside of the 5-yard line. Nice piece of running, and Colby with a chance to try to punch one in here. Boston Tubbs split to the left. Giesenhagen to the right. Tucker working the slot to the right. Motion across the formation. Here's a handoff up the middle to Betts. No, it was a quarterback keeper. He faked it. Good fake that time by the quarterback, Kason Carroll. He faked me, but he didn't fake the defender as he was hit in the backfield and stopped for a loss. Good tackle that time by Alex Vanderkleek.
He's dropped in the backfield.
The second and goal to go. It was a loss of 3 on the play, so it brings up 2nd and 8. Colby looking to the sideline here. Tried a little misdirection on that one, but it was well defended by Nickerson. Colby set again. Boston Tubbs to the right, along with Giesenhagen. Tucker worked to the left side for Colby. That's behind Kason Carroll. Motion goes to the left side, handoff goes to Betts up the middle, has a hole, dives forward. He's inside the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line. Nice 5-yard gain for the Eagles, and it'll bring up 3rd down and goal to go. They'll spot it at the 2. Nickerson will put 8 men in the box here and try to clog up the middle of the field. Betts will get the direct snap, keeps it himself, left side, has the blockers, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby. Zane Betts with his 2nd score of the night on a 2-yard run. And the Eagles increase the lead here, and we'll try to add some more on with a 2-point conversion attempt here. Betts will get set to take the snap again. Motion across to the right. Betts gets the high snap, pulls it down, gets a nice block from Foss, follows it into the end zone. 2-point conversion good. And the Eagles on top, 16-0 here in the second quarter of play. We'll take another break, back with more in just a minute.
Get the latest 5G devices at Nextech Wireless. Now you can get the iPhone 14 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus on us, or up to $999 off any other device. And that's not all. You can also get half off a new Apple Watch when you bring your number to us. Nextech Wireless. We are Kansas.
This is Dr. Kristen Parker from Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. One of the top priorities at our clinic is making sure our patients are comfortable. For some, walking into a doctor's office of any kind can be nerve-wracking. Rest assured, we never ask or force anyone to do anything that compromises their comfort. After all, the whole point of chiropractic care is to make sure you feel better. For effective, comfortable, and professional care, make your next appointment with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. Learn more at nwkchiro.com.
to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back over with another squib kick here, and it's almost bobbled once again by the Nickerson Panthers. Skylar Wakefield does end up getting on top of the football before Colby could pull it in, but it was really close to another one. Colby did that on the opening score of the ball game. They ran this little pooch kick down the sideline, and Nickerson nearly turned it over on that play. And again, the same situation here in Colby. Doesn't quite get it pulled in here, but no return on the play. Nickerson starts his drive on their own 24-yard line. Panthers get set to go. They are back with Colton Morrell under center this time. Two receivers left, two to the right, one back in the backfield. Morrell rolling to his right side, wants to throw. In trouble now, rolls to his left. Looking down the field, tucks it. He's going to run, and he is hit and knocked out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And so gain of about 6 on the play, and a nice stop by Imhoff for the Eagles. Give him 5 on the play, 2nd and 5. Great job by the Eagles on a couple of levels there. A, getting into the backfield on the play, and that was Kyle Lanning that had slipped through there and chased him away. And then down the field, again, he was still looking down the field trying to throw, and the coverage was there on the back end. Simon Salcido on that one, or coverage that time for Colby. There's a snap again, wants to throw, and they were a little quick wide receiver screen to the outside. Betts there to make the stop, but not until the first down yardage was picked up by Jace Baird. So Baird gets the gain of about 6, and it brings up 1st and 10 to go for the Panthers. That's their second first down of the ball game. The other one coming on a 40-yard bomb earlier. Colby leads this one 16-0, 8:52 to go here. Second quarter of play tonight. Nickerson Panthers with 2 receivers to each side, one back in the backfield. There's the snap. Quarterback in trouble here, rolling to his left side, needs some help. The Eagles are there, but a good piece of running that time by the quarterback and Cole Morrell. Morrell's going to get it out to the 45-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 to go. Colby busted through that time again, and Kyle Lanning and Tyler Raymer both getting through that time on the right side. And Morrell using his speed to get away on the outside. Morrell, a senior for this Panther football team. Two receivers to each side again. Motion goes to the right side, handoff up the middle, and first down yardage on the carry, gain of about 4. And that was a pretty nice little run that time by Van Cleek as he was hit in the backfield by Colby Lanning there, Foss and others, and he's still able to drag him enough to get the first down. So 1st and 10 to go, ball just shy of midfield on the Panther 49-yard line. 7:44 to play here in the second quarter, 16-0, Colby on top. Panthers, again, 2 receivers to the right side, and motion is Baird across the formation to the left, and a whistle and a penalty flag flying. Legal procedure, some movement that time on a wide receiver on the far end of the field for Nickerson Panthers. So that'll cost him 5 yards. It makes it first down and 15 to go.
15 for Nickerson.
Orts wide to the right side, as well as Baird, and Baird in motion, running the same formation. Looks like the same play here. They'll get the snap. It's an auction play to the right side. There's the pitch. And Colby there to defend it pretty quickly. Short gain of about 3 on the play on second. We'll bring up 2nd down at 12. Van Cleek again with a minimal gain on the play. And then just a straight option play that time. And Morrell decides to make the pitch in the backfield as Colby did get there on the edge. 2nd and 11 to go. 2 receivers left this time. Quarterback in the pistol with one back behind him. Gets a snap. Back, here comes the rush from Colby. And throwing off balance and incomplete that time was the quarterback, and Colton Morrell, I think he was just trying to get rid of that one before he got hit. Adric Nelson, the intended receiver on the play. Good coverage on the back end by Colby as well. Tucker Rourke out there. As was Imhoff. Third down, 11 to go. Getting the ball on the 49-yard line of Nickerson. This time we'll actually run the play in from the sideline instead of signal it in. And they'll break the huddle here with 8 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle. One receiver, now two receivers to the left, one to the right. They're going to have to take a timeout. Second timeout taken of the game by Nickerson. Back with more in just a minute here on 100.3 The Ride. It's Colby up 16-0.
With 11 locations across the state, most everyone has a People's State Bank location close to home. The People's State Bank offers loans of all types, including ag, commercial, home, and business, plus a wide range of checking account options as well. Put their knowledgeable staff to work for you. Find out how one of the 11 statewide locations can help you. Visit psbbanks.com. The People's State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Ripped for now, and it needs replaced. Who you gonna call? Roof Masters!
Roof Masters Roofing in Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call Roof Masters!
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.
Eagles get set to go. Handoff goes on the right side. Had a little technical difficulty. Things fixed here. 2nd down and 8 to go for Colby. 12 to go here for Colby. Eagles had a penalty for a hold on the previous play that cost him what was a huge run by Foss to the left side. Imhoff going to be split wide to the right side for Colby. Giesenhagen split to the left side. Betts going to take the snap himself. Here's the snap. And this is Betts on the carry, left side of scrimmage between center and tackle. And he's going to pick up a nice gain, doing about 7 yards, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long here for the Eagles. And again, that costly penalty on what was about a 20-yard gain on 1st down. That was negated.
3rd down and 7 for Colby.
4 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter of play. Colby leads 16-0. Shotgun formation again. Carroll has Foss and Imhoff in motion across the snap. Carroll will keep it himself. Has blockers in front of him. Breaks tackles and gets it out to the 30-yard line. And a nice run that time by Carroll. He's going to pick up 8 yards and an Eagle 1st down on the play.
Tackle made by Rashawn Walker.
Ball spotted right at the 30-yard line of Colby. And the Eagles will get the play in from the sideline again. Kind of managing the clock with this as well. You'd like to get some points on the board, but not give the ball to Nickerson before the half. Pistol formation again. That's behind Carroll. Motion across the formation is Imhoff. And here's the pitch to Betts on the right side. Has some room. Blockers in front of him. Betts hit down the field, but drives his way forward to the 41-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain and another Colby 1st down. Good job by the receivers, Giesenhagen and crew out on that right side, making those downfield blocks and allowing Betts to get the 1st down yardage. Colby will get set again. Carroll with 2 receivers right, and a slot back to the left that goes in motion to the right side. And this is a counter play, and this is Betts again on the carry. Betts is loose. He's down the sideline. He's gone. The 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. Colby. Zane Betts takes it 60 yards, and the Eagles get another score on the board before the half. 60-yard touchdown run by Zane Betts. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Nice blocking up front on the left side of the line of scrimmage that time for Colby, and Betts really almost completely untouched on the drive. A very, very nice run by the Eagles. Colby will get set for the 2-point conversion attempt. Betts gets a direct snap, takes it himself on the left side, drives his way forward. He's in. Zane Betts has accounted for all 24 of Colby's points in the game so far. And the Eagles leading this one 24-0. Great start for Colby tonight. And then this is a Nickerson team that won their 1st game of the season and then was unable to pick up a win after that, including that game against Andale, and one that we talked about for a while. They played Andale in week 5 of the season this year. They lost 108-0. 108-0. That is unbelievable. An Andale team continuing to roll. They are undefeated on the year and playoff football tonight. 3:25 to go here in the half for Colby. Again, Eagles off to a great start here, leading this game by a score of 24-0.
Clayton Fiken to kick off for the Eagles.
Colby's been running these little squib kicks, and they've recovered one and almost another one. Skyler Wakefield, the deep man for Nickerson. Fiken to kick for Colby. Another squib, this one up the middle, and it is caught by one of the up men that time. And they're going to start at the 43-yard line. Getting on the football that time was intense. So Nickerson still has plenty of time to work with here before the half. 3:25 to go. They have one timeout remaining. The Eagles have 2 left. Nickerson will break the huddle here. 2 receivers to the right side. Diamond formation in the backfield, and Carroll escapes one defender, but he will not get away from the second. A sack on the play. Credit Tyler Raymer for the stop for Colby. So Raymer will get the sack. That is a loss of about 8 on the play. So it's going to bring up second down.
Second down, 16 for the Panthers.
Looks more like, yes, I'd say second down and 18. Eagles get set to go here on the defensive side. Huddle up here for Nickerson, who is in no hurry with 2:50 to go here in the half. Offset I formation. Here's the snap, handoff. Second back through, the tailback on the carry this time. A great tackle by the Eagles. I'm telling you what, Guy Tubbs, tremendous stop on the ball carrier there. And Van Cleek. And Colby's going to take a timeout here with 2:32 to go in the first half, because the Eagles, again, plenty of time to work with. Still one timeout remaining, and it's third down and 15 to go here for Nickerson. Passing situation for Nickerson. They've thrown one interception today, but they've completed a couple other passes on the day. They've kind of rotated on the quarterback spot. Colton Morrell got the start today, but we've seen a lot of Christopher Monroe at quarterback as well, especially on passing situations. Although both have completed passes in the game. And when they do move Monroe to quarterback, Morrell ends up at the wide receiver spot. It will be Morrell at the QB spot here on this play. Third down and 15 to go. 2 receivers right and 2 to the left. One back in the backfield. Morrell gets the snap. Colby running the stunt here. Morrell fires quickly, and it is incomplete. Intended on the play for Nelson. We have a penalty flag here at the end of the play.
Flag on the play.
And it really looked like a pretty clean hit. I don't know that I agree with this penalty flag at all. The receiver touched the ball and then took a shot from 2 defenders from Colby. He did not hang on to it, but again, you can hit him if he touches the ball. I don't think there was anything dirty. I don't think there was anything. Wow. We're going to call a hold on this.
Personal foul, Colby.
No, they are calling it a personal foul. And they're going to mark this off from the line of scrimmage, and it may be. We'll see where they spot it here, but yeah, it's going to be a first down. But I tell you, that's an unfortunate one. I thought that was a clean hit, a hard hit, but it was a clean hit. And now the officials are going to. Yeah, it should be a first down on the personal foul.
First down 10 for the Panthers.
So it looked like Colby had a stop. They're going to get the ball back with good field position on an incomplete pass with 2:28 to go, but instead the penalty gives a first down to Nickerson, and they've got new life here with the football in Colby territory now at the 46-yard line. Diamond formation out of the pistol, so one back to each side of the quarterback and one behind him. One receiver to the right. And it'll be a quarterback keeper, and Colby defends this one well. They're going to, well, I'll tell you, they get to him right away, but they can't get him brought down. Good piece of running by Carroll, the quarterback, that time, and with forward progress, they're going to give him about 4 yards. They'll bring up 2nd and 6. Clock running now, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the half.
2nd and 6 for the Panthers.
Panthers send one receiver to the right, 2 receivers. Well, 2 receivers to both sides now. Out of the pistol. Carroll back to pass. Colby brings the blitz. Carroll fires deep down the left sideline, and it is caught. Brought down immediately by Colby, but the catch is made on the play. An underthrown ball, but coming back to make the reception. That time was Skyler Wakefield. Tubbs makes the stop. Also over there for Colby defensively was Boston Tubbs.
First and 10 for Nickerson.
So 1st and 10 to go for Nickerson. Ball spotted just outside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 12. And Nickerson will break the huddle here. One receiver to the right. Again, that diamond formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback hands it off this time on the right side. And taking it from right to left and picking up some positive yardage was Van Cleek on the carry. Give him about 4. As he gets it inside the 10-yard line, it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 to go. Clock running down, 1:13 to play here in the second quarter tonight. Eagles on top, 24-0, but Nickerson trying to punch one in here before the end of the half. Diamond formation again, double tights. They'll fake the handoff and looking to throw across the middle of the field, and it is almost intercepted. I tell you what, the offensive player became the defender on that time. Play that time. Boston Tubbs had gotten in front of the intended receiver that time, and Ortiz did a good job of just batting it away from Tubbs, or he would have had a clean pick that time in the end zone. Clock stops at 53 seconds to go with the incompletion. 3rd down and 7 now for Nickerson. Again, they can get it a first down without getting into the end zone. They got to get down to about the 2-yard line for that. 3 receivers to the right side this time, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield. Morrow rolling to his right side, wants to throw, tries to cut back, has defenders in his face. Now rolls to the left side, fakes the throw, he wants to run himself, and he takes it out of bounds. Where do they spot this? We're about the 3, and this is going to be close to a first down. Looks like he's a little bit short. He does get out of bounds, so it stops the clock at 45 seconds left, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 2. And I don't think... if I think that was run to the other side of the field, he would have realized what he needed for the first down and probably could have got it before he went out. But instead, he's 1.5 yards short, and now it's 4th, and we'll see what they do here. They like to run a quarterback keeper out of this diamond formation. That's what they're going to do here, but we're going to have a whistle and a timeout taken by Nickerson prior to the snap.
Timeout called by Nickerson.
That is their final timeout. Colby has 1 remaining here in the half. Score 24-0. Colby on top. We have 44.4 seconds to go in the first half of this football game, and Nickerson trying to get their first points of the night. They have a 4th down and a long yard to go. Ball spotted on the 3-yard line. So Colby would love to get the stop here and then head into the half with the shutout in place. Nickerson will get the football to start the second half. They won the coin flip to start the game and then deferred to the second half. Colby took the football to start the game. Nice night here in Colby again. Really warm day. Unseasonably warm, but cooled down, of course, as the sun went down here tonight. Sitting 54 degrees currently in Colby. Diamond formation. That's 1 back to both sides of the quarterback in the pistol formation. 1 running back behind him, and it's going to be touchdown. Carroll takes it in on the left side from 3 yards out.
3 yards for a Panther touchdown.
And the Panthers get on the board here before the half. So Nickerson does get on the board here before the half. And again, this drive kept alive by that penalty. It was kind of an interesting one on a 3rd and 15 play that bailed them out off an incompletion. And they took advantage of the opportunity and were able to get something out of it here. Here's the snap on the 2-point conversion. Attempt handoff goes on the right side and in for the 2-point conversion. Here's the tailback and Van Cleek. And so it's 24-8 now. Colby on top. So Nickerson will get set to kick it away to Colby with 39 seconds to go in the half. With the first kick of the night for Nickerson. Since the opening kickoff of the game, I should say. Eagles will wait the kickoff. Betts and Foss, the deep men for Colby.
I'm just to kick off with the Panthers.
So the Panthers will get set to kick it away. Ayla Ontes, the junior, will kick it away from the 40. And it's a short kick, and it's caught by a lineman that Cameron Lilly showing some hands. Makes the catch. Good field position here for Colby. They do have a timeout remaining, 39 seconds to go. Ball was spotted at the Nickerson 46, or Colby 46-yard line. Kason Carroll. And the motion man across the formation. Handoff's going to go to Betts up the middle. Zane pounds his way forward, and he's across midfield and down to the 47-yard line of Nickerson. Clock running at 28 seconds to go. I think the Eagles will be trying to run one more play here.
Second down 3 for the Eagles.
They did have a timeout, didn't take it there. Let's see if they take one shot here at the end zone before the half. 12 seconds to go. Carroll is going to be back to pass, looking to his left side. Throws it out in the flats. Betts makes the reception, and he's drug out of bounds with 4.6 seconds to go. Gain of about 4 on the play. He's going to be close to first down yards. Looks like he has it, but they may have to bring a chain out on this one. Again, the clock did stop as he got out of bounds on the play. And we're going to say short.
Third and short for the Eagles.
Eagles will get set again. Carroll in the shotgun. Takes a handoff. Looks to his left side down the field, and miscommunication that time as Guy Tubbs looked like he stopped on the play, and Carroll thought he was going to continue to that on the out. So overthrown, incomplete. Half comes to an end. Colby on top 24-8 at the end of the first half of play. We'll take a break, come back, and get things started with our Cornerstone Ag halftime show after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football, 100.3 The Ride.
We'll be back with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show with Andres Tejeda right after this.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster, just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
SurePoint Ag Systems is hiring in all departments as they continue to grow. The recently announced joint venture with John Deere is creating numerous growth opportunities. Sales, customer support, on-site product installation, accounting and admin support, engineering and warehouse, on-site and remote positions are available. To apply, please email your resume and cover letter to jobs@surepointag.com. They're an equal opportunity employer. Learn more about SurePoint Ag Systems at www.surepointag.com.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Ag. For all of your grain storage, marketing, and handling needs, get the most for your hard work with the professionals at Cornerstone Ag. Now, with a breakdown of the first half, here's Andres Tejeda.
Good evening. Welcome back to Dennen Field in Colby, Kansas. Chad Jones in for Andres Tejeda tonight. He'll be back with you to start a basketball season as he is down covering some volleyball action for us this evening in the Dodge City area. Good first half of football for the Colby Eagles tonight. They lead the game 24-8 at the end of the first half of play. And Colby really taking care of business in this ball game early on offensively and really defensively as well, outside of a couple of big plays and costly penalty. They've been good on the defensive side of this as well. The coin toss was won by Nickerson to start the game. They deferred to the second half. Colby got the ball in their opening possession and marched it down the field. And nice drive of about 56 yards, and it was punched in on a 5-yard touchdown run by Zane Betts. So that was his first of 3 touchdowns in the ball game. Betts also got the 2-point conversion in on a direct snap, and the Eagles led 8-0. That was with 8:29 to go in the opening quarter of play. And then on the ensuing kickoff, the Eagles went with kind of a squib kick up the middle. Wasn't really an onside, just kind of a bouncing squib kick down the sideline. And Nickerson, who had too many men up front, up close to the line of scrimmage, it got past them. They tried to run it down, but the Eagles were able to recover that kickoff and get the possession right back, and again put together a nice scoring drive that was capped off again by Zane Betts as he took it in from 2 yards out on that drive, and then the 2-point conversion he was able to pound in as well. The Eagles led 16-0 with 9:14 to play in the second quarter of play. The Eagles then got another score with 3:25 to go in the second quarter on a 60-yard touchdown run by Zane Betts. The left side of the line of scrimmage, Betts again had a nice hole open up and pounded it through the left side and broke it down the field. They tried to chase him down from behind, but Betts was able to finish it off, take it in from 60 yards out, and then got the 2-point conversion again. So Betts has accounted for all 24 of Colby's first half points in this ball game, and Zane gets that one in again with 3:25 to go, and then Nickerson gets the football back. Colby gets him on a third down and about 15 to go after a sack that the Eagles were able to pull down on a good one by Tyler Raymer. Kyle Laney also helping out on that play, and the Eagles get them stopped. And they have 3rd and 15, an incomplete pass, but they call a personal foul on the hit as the ball got to the wide receiver. And so the personal foul gives Nickerson a first down. They're able to actually move it down the field afterward and punch it into the end zone with 39 seconds to go in the half of play. So it was kind of one of those. Colby still had a timeout remaining. The ball was near midfield. It was 3rd down and long, and Colby was looking to maybe move it down to try to punch another one in before the half, but the penalty costly on that one gives a first down to Nickerson, and then they're able to convert on the play and get the touchdown before the end of the first half, making it 24-8 as the 2-point conversion attempt was as good as well. Morrell got the 3-yard touchdown run, the quarterback, and then Van Cleek, the tailback, was able to take it in on the 2-point conversion attempt. And that's how the scoring took place in the first half of this ball game. And Colby leads it 24-8. Nickerson will have the football to start the second half. We'll take a break, be back with more of the halftime show after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride.
Coming up next on the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show,
we'll have the Colby Community College High School Student of the Week.
Professor Penny, welcome to Taco John's. I have crunched the numbers, and it just can't be. You talking about our new 4-cheese quesadilla? Yes, it's scientifically impossible. How can you fit melty asadero, queso blanco, Monterey Jack, and cheddar inside? And chipotle lime sauce and sirloin steak or grilled chicken. But how? We, melt it. So it's quadro physics. Got it. Try the new 4-cheese steak or chicken quesadilla. Only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download our app to win free food.
Hi, this is J.L. Evans, Banking Center President at Western State Bank in Colby. I'd like to welcome Brent Moss to our commercial and ag lending team as we continue to grow. Brent joins our Colby Banking Center after more than 13 years as a local lender. He holds a bachelor's degree in finance and has a background in farming. Visit with Brent Moss, Matt Smith, or me, J.L. Evans, at our Colby Banking Center today. Visit WSBKS.com for contact information. Western State Bank, continuing to invest in Northwest Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hola, soy Randy con Farmers and Merchants Bank of Colby. Cuando banco con nosotros, siempre puede obtener un servicio amistoso y caras sonrientes para ayudarlo. Ofrecemos cuentas gratis, prestamos, banco por internet y mucho más. Queremos invitarte a nuestro banco donde el proceso es rápido y fácil. Llámanos a 785-460-3321 con cualquier pregunta. Farmers and Merchants Bank, miembro FDIC.
Handoff goes to the right side on a jet sweep. McCole Hartman, 15 inside the 10, breaks a tackle, stays in bounds, and hops into the end zone. Touchdown!
Kansas City! The Chiefs return to action Sunday night, November 6th to take on the Tennessee Titans in prime time at GEHA Field at Arrowhead. Right here on your home for Kansas City Chiefs football.
100.3 The Rise, sponsored in part by Johnson & Sons Ford Sales, former State Bank of Oakley, and Hoxie Feed Yard Planer Feeders.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. Here's Colby Community College High School Student of the Week.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. This is a new segment that we finally have a little bit of a piece for. It's the Colby Community College Colby High School Student of the Month. And we have 8 students who are being recognized. Getting things started, we'll start off with the freshman class. Congratulations to Cody Wright and Ava Rogers. Sophomore class members Braden Foss and Caitlin Carrillo. Juniors Zane Betts and Maya Rodriguez. And the Colby High School seniors Halil Cardenas and Sydney Brown. Congratulations. These students were nominated by teachers for working with others by sharing ideas, respecting fellow teammates, and doing their fair share of work to accomplish a common goal. Congratulations. These are qualities that will carry you through high school and a successful life. This is coming from Colby Community College. Usually we will have Doug Johnson do this read for us and read out the names of the students of the month. Doug Johnson is the Director of Public Relations for the college. So with that being said, congratulations to all 8 students who are very well deserving, and you'll hear of them every month for the month of October, and then next month in November we'll have a new set. So congratulations to all 8 of you. We'll be back with more on the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagle football.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to listening to the Eagles on Radio, Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. This is the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. Colby on top of Nickerson by a score of 24-8 at the end of the first half of play. Good solid first half of football for Colby tonight. A few things to make adjustments on here in the second half. We saw a lot of, early in the ball game, we saw that Colby able to get some plays to the outside, trying to pick on the edges of Nickerson. Nickerson really did a very good job defensively of adjusting to that. But again, Colby right back with it, then starts to run it up the middle, and we've really had a lot of success. You got to credit the offensive linemen for the Colby Eagles tonight, and Raymer and Lilly and Vogler and Kreitzer, Lanning, that whole crew up front. They have done a good job winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, and Zane Betts has been able to take advantage of that. Betts with about 150-plus yards of rushing, 154 or so unofficially in the first half of this ball game. And the majority of those, of course, he had the big 60-yard run on the left side, but the majority of those have been right over center guard gaps. And so a good job by Vogler, Lilly, Kreitzer, that those 3 right up the middle and winning that battle at the line of scrimmage. The outside, again, Nickerson has been able to make some adjustments there and try to keep the Eagles contained to the middle of the field, but good adjustments by the Eagles going back inside, and that's where they've been really successful, and I would look forward to them doing much more of that in the second half of this ball game. Nickerson has really struggled offensively, but with the exception of a couple of big plays and a penalty. And that's really been the difference in this. They had the one big pass play in the opening quarter on their second drive of the ball game, but they were able to complete about a 46-yarder down the left sideline, and as they got it behind the Colby defender.
Thank you.
They didn't end up capitalizing on that drive, but did get it down into the red zone on the play, and that was a big one for them. But again, that drive was stopped by the Eagle defense, and then Colby, again, doing a good job of handling things on the next several drives. But again, Nickerson with a couple of deep passes, and that's really the only success they've had in this one. And the second big completion they had down the sideline, that was about a 25-yarder going toward the east end zone, and that one was an underthrown ball that the receiver was able to come back to. That's a tough adjustment for a defensive back at any level to come back and make a play on that one, but Eagles did a good job of getting a quick stop on that one. And then the other big play was the penalty, that third down and in 15 that the Colby Eagles were called on a personal foul on the play, and that one was another costly one. And that one actually kept the drive alive and allowed Nickerson to get their one score in the first half of the game. So all in all, the defense has really been very, very solid for Colby, with the exception of 3 plays on the night. Nickerson has struggled to get things going offensively, and of course down 24-8 at the end of the first half of play tonight. But again, the Panthers will have the football to start the second half coming up here in a little bit. Beautiful night again in Colby, Kansas. 51 degrees currently at the field here in Colby, at Dennen Field in Colby, Kansas. Slight breeze. It's really, like I said, for a late October game, it is really nice football weather here. Hardly, it's a dark night, I'm telling you. Hardly any moon at all out here, so it's very dark, cool evening, and this is just really perfect high school football weather. This is what you're looking for this time of the year. Going back on the field here, we'll start the warm-ups to get set for the start of the second half. Nickerson will be out here in just a little bit. We're going to take another break. We're back with more of the Cornerstone Ag halftime show as we set up the second half coming up in just a bit. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football at 100.3 The Ride.
When the Cornerstone Ag halftime show returns, we'll find out who the player of the first half is.
They are geared up and stocked up for fall harvest at American Implement, your John Deere dealer. You'll find a great selection of tractors, combines, grain carts, and other get-her-done fall equipment, a huge selection. Plus the parts department, well, they're stocked up, and the service departments are ready to keep you rolling. But remember, when you visit your local American Implement dealer, you have access to all the inventory at all 14 American Implement locations. That's a big selection. Here's to a safe harvest from American Implement, your Northwest Kansas John Deere dealers in Oakley, Colby, Goodland, and Wheeler.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Bowman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Prearranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Bowman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of, from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Bowman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved ones' memories are cherished. See our website at bowmanmortuary.com today for more information.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc engine, an easy-to-use fully automatic CVT transmission with reverse, electric start, and durable proven components, the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
The Trojan Trading Post has a lot of items to help you show your Colby Community College pride, such as bags and totes, face masks, jewelry, blankets, and license plates. If you need something to wear, the Trojan Trading Post offers shirts, hoodies, and outerwear in men's, women's, toddler, and even newborn sizes. You can check out the selection at colbycc.edu/gear or stop by the Trojan Trading Post in the Robert Burnett Student Union on the campus of Colby Community College.
You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. Here is the player of the first half.
Welcome back, getting set for the start of the second half of play here. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football at 100.3 The Ride. Player of the half in the first half, it's kind of hard to give it to anybody but Zane Betts, who had all 24 of Colby's first half points and over 150 yards of offense in the half for him as well. So player of the first half for the Eagles is Zane Betts, with a tip of the hat to the offensive line for opening those holes up for him to run through. We'll take a break. Second half kickoff coming up next. It's Colby 24, Nickerson 8 at the half. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 Ride.
Coming up next on the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show are the keys to the second half.
The Colby Free Press Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Delicious food, friendly service, and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You find it all at El Dos de Oros in Colby. Mexican favorites that your entire family can enjoy. Delicious, sizzling hot fajitas, scrumptious enchiladas, tasty tacos, burritos stuffed to the brim, and of course, the best margaritas around. That's all at El Dos de Oros. Go find them at 1921 South Range Avenue in Colby and enjoy delicious Mexican food.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. Here are the keys to the second half with Andres Tejeda.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Colby with Viking set to kick it off here to start the second half. Waiting for the officials to blow the ball ready for play. They do, and again another little squib up the middle, bouncing, rolling, and bobbled, and then finally picked up by the deep man that time, and not much on the return for Skylar Wakefield as he gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that is where Nickerson will take over, 1st and 10 to go. So the Panthers will get set. Their first possession of the second half, and they will start at the 31-yard line is where they spot it. Again, Nickerson scored going into the half. Their last possession of the half with their first score of the ball game. 24-8 the score. Colby on top, just underway here in the second half of play. Nickerson Panthers with the football. They break the huddle with 10 seconds here on the play clock. Two receivers to the right, offset I formation, out of the pistol, and movement. Penalty flag here on the play, and it is offsides on the offense. Right tackle that time, and Carson England got moving a little bit early on that one. So that'll cost him 5 yards. So 1st and 15 now. We'll stay with the same offset I, and now we're going to have offsides again, this time on the wide receiver here on the outside. Boy, that'll make a coach pull your hair out.
Start against Panthers.
Back-to-back penalties to start a half. Adric Nelson that time moving early. So that's 1st and 20. We have not had a snap yet to start the second half here for Nickerson, but back-to-back offside penalties. The first one on the right tackle as he forgot the snap count. The second one on the wide receiver who shouldn't be concerned about the snap count. He should be watching the ball. This time they do get the snap off, handoff left side, and nice little piece of running here. This is going to be about an 8-yard gain on the play. And that's Van Cleek, the tailback, getting the play. Van Cleek's kind of been, again, he was the tailback. You thought he'd be featured a little more in this game, but he was slowed down early in the contest, and then getting more carries late in the first half, and some good ones. Van Cleek will line up in the tailback slot. Barrett into the fullback, and Barrett will get the carry, and he will get brought down immediately. Tried the right side, nothing doing there. Great job by the Eagles defensively. Lillian on that play. Kreitzer in there as well. So the Eagles now have a 3rd down and 12 to go for the Panthers. All on the Nickerson 29-yard line. 10:46 to play, third quarter, 24-8, Colby on top. Nickerson will run a diamond set in the backfield, so they're out of the pistol with two backs on either side of the quarterback and one behind him. Fakes the run, throws it over the middle, has a man, and that is a fullback out of the backfield that time, and the catch pulled down on the play by Riley Vaughn, and he's going to have a first down gain of 11.
First down and 10 for the Panthers.
There's a bag upstairs if you ask him. It might be in there.
First and 10 to go. So Nickerson, after the penalties, were able to convert here. Back to this diamond formation. This time it goes to the tailback, and that's Wayne Cleek on the carry again. Hit at the line of scrimmage, gets forward for about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. So it's one of the changes we saw toward the end of the first half for Nickerson is they stopped spreading the field out, gone more to a double tight end set, and they call it a diamond formation. You have quarterback in the pistol, so not quite the shotgun, not as deep. So in the pistol, and you put one back on either side of him and one back behind him, and they've ran well out of this. They'll do it again here, 2nd and 8. This time they fake the handoff, and the quarterback keeper on the left side. Carroll has room around the corner at the 30, the 20, and he is going to be... Did he get in? Yes. He was hit at the 5, dove forward. We waited a long time for the signal, and he got it in. A 54-yard touchdown run by Colt Morrell, the quarterback. His second touchdown of the game. Again, they changed that formation. They went to that more late in the second quarter of the game, and they had a lot more success with it. A little misdirection on it as well. They fake the handoff up the middle to one direction. The quarterback pulls and takes it himself. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quarterback rolling to his right side, wanting to throw here. The Eagles there defensively. Getting in his face, and it is picked off on the conversion attempt, and that in high school will end it. There's no chance to return it for 2, but a great play nonetheless by Imhoff. So it's 24-14. Colby on top. We will take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
Young, beginning, and smart farmers and ranchers are driving innovation and change while defining the future of farming. And Farm Credit of Western Kansas wants to be part of this transformation. With your fresh perspectives and creative approaches, combining the credit expertise you'll find at Farm Credit will help turn your dreams into success stories. Hi, I'm John Henry. Come see me Mondays from 10 to 2 in Oberlin at the B Building, or call me at 785-462-6714. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
The new school year is underway, and you made sure your kids got all the supplies they needed to be successful. Backpacks, pens, paper, pencils, notebooks. But did you make sure that they had the visual tools they needed to be successful? Hi, this is Dr. Sam Funk with Funk Optometry in Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. And studies show that up to 80% of learning is visual. Make sure your kids have the visual tools they need to be successful. Call my office today to make an appointment in Colby, Atwood, or Hoxie. And let's make this a successful school year.
You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby.
Welcome back, Eagles returning the kick here after the Nickerson score, and it's taken out to about the 40-yard line after a short kick. And Salcido on the return that time for Colby. Again, one of the up men. And Colby going to start this drive on their own 40-yard line. So again, great field position. They've had good field position all night with the exception of their third drive of the game. And they actually took that one inside the 10, just didn't punch it in. Here's the snap. Betts fakes the handoff on the end around, keeps it himself. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll give him the line. So no gain on the play. Again, motion going across his face that time. And he takes a direct snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and good job that time by Nickerson getting in there defensively. Colby with a double tight end set here for the first time tonight. Quarterback keeper again on the left side, and a nice piece of running that time by Case and Carroll. And Carroll going to pick up 7 yards on the play. Third down and short for Colby. And we'll call it a long, that's 3rd and 3. They're at the 47-yard line. They need midfield for a first down. Betts will get set to take the direct snap. Double tight end set. One slot back to the right. He'll go in motion. Here's the snap. Betts on the left side. Follows his blocker. Gets the first down. Gain of about 5 on the play. And the Eagles will have a 1st and 10 to go in Nickerson territory at the Panther 47-yard line. Nice block up front. Again, quarterback for Colby, Kason Carroll, who lined up at running back that time and made the lead block. Carroll will be in the slot to the right. He goes in motion. Betts gets the snap, keeps it himself on the left side. Has a nice hole at the initial line of scrimmage, and then hit by the linebacker, but not until he picked up 6 yards, and another nice run by Betts across the 40-yard line. And they're going to spot him at the 40, so gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 to go. Again, double tight end set. Motion man across to the right. Same play once again. Foss with a nice block in front of Betts that time. He pounds forward for another couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Betts on the carry, initial contact.
They ran the same play, same formation, same motion 3 times in a row.
3rd down 1 for Nickerson.
And you kind of like the play call here. It's like, we feel our guy's better than yours, and we're going to dare you to stop us. Same formation again. Here's the motion. Here's the same play. Betts looking for the outside this time, and he is driven out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. This is going to be close. He didn't need the 35. He needed the 36, and the spot's going to be a little bit short. So it'll be 4th and about a half a yard.
Short for the Eagles.
4th down and a half a yard to go. Same formation again. Motion again. Run to the left side again. Betts, no doubt about this one. Gets it across the 35. Then to the 34-yard line and a first down for the Eagles. And now Imhoff comes into the game. We might see a different play call here. Eagles were running with an extra offensive lineman on those as well, as they had the Cameron Lilly in there. So now Colby will go back to more of a traditional formation for them with Giesenhagen and Imhoff to the left side. Carroll back in at quarterback. Betts, the tailback to his left. They'll fake the handoff. They'll hand it off to Betts, and then Betts hands it off on a little reverse play. And coming across the formation and getting it down to the 30-yard line on the carry that time was Foss. And that was a gain of about 5. So Foss is in the slot to the right side. He comes across the formation. Betts is lined up a running back to the left side. He gets the handoff and then hands it off to Foss coming the other direction. So a little double handoff misdirection play. Really kind of an inside reverse, you could call it. 2nd down and 6 to go for the Eagles. We gave him 4 on the play. Really hands it off, this time right side to Betts, and Betts gets forward for about a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. So we talked about Colby having success running the ball up the middle between the tackles with Betts at the end of the first half, and now you see Nickerson keen on that here in the second half, trying to take that away. 3rd and 5 for Colby, ball on the Nickerson 29-yard line. Betts lines up in the slot to the right, 2 receivers to the right as well. Motion across the formation to the left. Betts becomes a lead blocker and trying to find a hole and having nowhere to go is Tucker Wark. Wark had a huge run in the first half of this ball game, but he was brought down for no gain on the play in this one. In fact, they will spot him for a loss of 2. 4th and 7 now for the Eagles.
4th and 7 for Colby.
Play will come in from the sideline. Braden Foss will run it in.
Down and 7.
Eagles will check the wristbands. Imhoff wide to the right side. Giesenhagen wide to the left, a slot to the left as well. Betts to the left side of the quarterback. And Carroll. Motion is Foss across the formation to the right to pass, and it's a screen that's set up well, but it's dropped in and out of the hands that time of Betts, and I tell you, it was a rush. Again, you want the defensive line to come through on a screen play. You're taking that away. The blockers were in front of them, but that time they came in a little too quick, and Kason Carroll was throwing off his back foot and going away, and just a tough throw to make. It messed the timing of the play up just a little bit when Betts turned around for the ball. It was already right there on him, and he just couldn't pull it in. So turnover on downs gives it to Nickerson. They'll have the ball now, starting this drive at the 32-yard line. 24-14, Colby leads, 4:32 to play. We're in the third quarter. Nickerson staying in that diamond formation. This time they'll go to the tailback on the left side, and maybe two on the play for Alric Van Cleek.
Van Cleek on the carry, stopped by several Eagle defenders.
Give him a yard, and they're going to go into a hurry-up offense now.
Nickerson.
I just know huddle, but this is a hurry-up. They'll fake the hand up. They want to throw. Quarterback's in trouble. Steps up, hit, evades the tackler. Now takes it around the left side, and Carroll's going to get a first down as he is tackled out of bounds. Morrell on the carry and brought down by Guy Tubbs there on the left side in front of the bench of the Nickerson Panthers. Spot it, they take a look at it, but they'll give the indication of a first down run of the play. First and 10 to go for Nickerson. Ball in the Panther 42-yard line. Nickerson has scored in their last two possessions of this game. Here's the snap. Left side, quarterback keeper with Carroll, and he is going to get 4 or 5 yards before being knocked out of bounds. And they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line of Nickerson. So again, Nickerson has kind of changed things up here offensively toward the end of that first half. Gone to these double tight end and the diamond formation. It's the tough part about this. It's not a wing tee, but it has the same kind of motion. You got guys on both sides of the quarterback. You got a lot of misdirection. You really got to follow the football. Two receivers to the right and two to the left. Motion man goes from right to left across the formation. And the whistle here. Illegal procedure against the Panthers. 5-yard penalty. They had 2 illegal procedure penalties to start the half of this game. They ended up with a first down and 20, and they actually converted. They ended up scoring on that drive, but a costly one here makes it 2nd and 12. Again, motion from left to right. They're going to run the option play, and Colby busts it up the middle. Great job by Guy Tubbs. Getting there initially, turning the quarterback back at the middle of the field. Tyler Raymer in on the stop for Colby. And a yard gain when it's all said and done, 3rd and 11. Eagles did a great job. It's a silent, sound football that time. Looking for the pitch. Colby took the pitch man. They stayed, didn't buy on the quarterback. Second man comes through, gets the quarterback, forces him back up the middle, and that's where your help is. 3rd and 11. 2 receivers to each side for Nickerson. They'll get the snap. Carroll back to Morrell, back to pass. Looking left side, deep down the field, and well overthrown on the play, but good coverage nonetheless by Boston Tubbs as he was all over Nelson down that sideline. The incomplete pass brings up a 4th and 11 and decision time here for Nickerson. And it looks like the punting unit is coming onto the field. In their own territory. This will be the second punt of the game for either team. Second for Nickerson. The last one was a pretty good punt. It wasn't necessarily that deep, but had a lot of hang time, and Colby had a fair catch that was called for by Foss. Speaking of Foss, he's back deep to the left side. Low snap. They get this away to the left side. Fair catch called for, and that one's made as well by the Eagles, pulled in by Carroll. And so Colby will get set to start this drive on their own 31-yard line. 3:07 to play, third quarter. 24-14, Colby on top. The Eagles have stalled a little bit in their last few offensive possessions. They'd like to put together a nice drive here. 8:35, you're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Colby gets the snap. Pitch goes over on the left side. And this is Betts trying to get the corner turn. He's not going to get there. Boy, that was a great job by Nickerson of just stringing that play out to the sideline. And then the stop made on the play by Van Cleek. Alec Van Cleek.
Second and 15 for the Eagles.
Loss of 6 on the play. Colby will get set here for second down and about 16 to go. 2:38 to play in the second quarter. Giesenhagen wide to the right. Foss will also line up. He'll be in the slot to the right. And we'll have a motion with Imhoff going from left to right, but they're going to go on the counter play to Betts to the weak side of the field.
Betts on the carry.
Again, all the motion, all the formation shows a play to the right side. They try the counter on the left side, and it's well defended by Nickerson as Betts loses another couple of yards. 3rd and 18. Giesenhagen right, Foss right, Imhoff to the left, Betts in the slot to the right. He'll go in motion to the right as well. And we're going to have a quick screen, wide receiver screen. It's caught on the outside by Giesenhagen, and Colby had Betts and Imhoff there to try to block for him, but one defender got through before they got to him. It's only a gain of a couple of yards. 4th down, about 15 to go in a punting situation here for the Eagles. Colby has not punted in the game tonight prior to this. Jace, as the Eagles will get set to punt here, it is Guy Tubbs to punt it away. Back deep is Mario Ortiz. Snap is there. A great punt by Tubbs, end over end, fair catch called for and made at the 44-yard line.
Called for on the punt from Guy Tubbs.
So no return on that punt, and a great field position for Nickerson to start this drive. Colby's got to get some things going here. There have been some good adjustments made by Nickerson at the halftime. And the Eagles have not been able to get things going here offensively in the second half.
Everything in the concession stand is half price during the 4th quarter.
Colby scored in 3 of their first 4 possessions of the football game tonight, and they've moved the ball at times since then, but have not been able to finish anything off. 1st and 10 to go for Nickerson, starting this drive on their 44-yard line. Counter play to the right side, and Morrill tries the corner. He's going to be brought down across midfield. Guy Tubbs makes the stop for Colby, but it is a gain of 9. And I tell you what, this offensive front for Nickerson winning the second half here of this ball game right now. Carson Englund, the right tackle. Michael Mold, the right guard. London Lafayette, the center. Matt Monroe, the left guard, and R.J. Monroe, the left tackle. I formation this time. And they were going to run a counter play to the right side. I hope they don't, after this penalty, I hope they don't try to run it again, because they really showed the whole play there. They had both the guard and tackle on the left side pulling across the formation. They had a legal procedure, so it's a 5-yard penalty. I wonder what they call that. Was that Monroe to the left? As they had both R.J. Monroe and Matt Monroe, the guard and tackle to the left. So they were both pulling across the formation on that play. They're running the same formation. So look for something to the right side. The motion goes across. They do pull, and again we're going to have the procedure penalty. Back-to-back illegal procedure penalty. Second time we've seen that tonight in the second half of this game for the Nickerson Panthers. So now they have second down and 12 to go. Second and 11, we'll call it. They had second and 1. Now second and 11, back-to-back penalties. They're going to run the same play again, and they got procedure again. You know, we've talked about this. They've got Monroe, both the Monroes on the left guard and left tackle that want to pull across the formation, and they're just jumping too early trying to get across there. And actually, they've taken Matt Monroe out. They have R.J. Monroe in at left tackle, but now in the left guard, they've got Jaden. Where do they got here? Jaden Below. Back-to-back procedure penalties.
Offside called against Colby.
And they called that one against Colby. Both the left guard and left tackle, both of them jumped. Wow. I don't know how you call that. Both the left guard and left tackle moved early. It wasn't even close. They're not going forward either. They're going straight down the line of scrimmage and pulling on the play. Yeah, wow. Here we go again. So now it's 2nd down and 6. And now a timeout. What a awful series of football there. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 24-14. Colby on top. Back with the start of the 4th in just a minute.
Farmers, make sure you are taking advantage of all the products and services the High Plains Co-op has to offer, now including their new HBC Risk Management LLC program, helping hard-working farmer members like yourself manage risks in the marketing and crop insurance sector.
Hi, this is Lyle Russell, your local grain marketing specialist. Contact me today at 785-269-7716, and I can help you establish and create profitability through custom marketing plans for your farming operation.
Hoover Lumber is much more than just your ordinary hardware store. They, of course, sell lumber, tools, paint, and many other items, including grill smokers and lawn care products, but they also provide services that the typical hardware stores don't. Lose your car keys or fob? Well, they can program and cut keys for all kinds of vehicles, new and old. Have a big gathering coming up? Well, Hoover's rents out high-quality lifetime tables and chairs. Plus, their staffs are knowledgeable and even more helpful, going an extra mile making sure you're taken care of. It's your not-so-typical hardware store, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. Chad Jones in for Andres Tejeda tonight as the Eagles get set here as we start the 4th quarter. Nickerson has a 2nd and 6 to go. Now they're back to pass. A little screen set up to the left side, and Colby denies that one. And actually they get the football. It looked like Betts, he did. Betts took it right out of the hands of the receiver who had made the catch. Betts comes up, puts a hit on him, and rips the football out of the hands of Mario Ortiz. Colby gets the ball. Big turnover for the Eagles. Colby now moving from east to west here as we start the 4th quarter. Eagles with 2 receivers left. Slot back to the right side is Wark. They'll fake the handoff to Betts. Carroll rolling to his left side. A left-handed quarterback completes it over the middle. Catch is made and a gain of about 7 on the play that time as it was an inside pass, and that is Wark that came out of the slot position on the right side and makes the catch right over the middle on the left. Just a shallow cross that time. 2nd down, 3 to go. Good piece of running after the catch by Wark. Colby with Giesenhagen left. Imhoff and Wark to the right. Betts to the right. Left Carroll. Carroll to throw, this time looking to his right side. Nice hard pass over the middle, pulled down by Guy Tubbs, the tight end on the reception. Tubbs with a gain 2, maybe 3 in the play. This will be close on the spot. And it appears to be 1st down. 1st down catch on the play for Tubbs. So Colby moves the chains here. It is just underway in the 4th quarter. 24-14 Colby. Eagles will get set again. Imhoff in motion across the formation from right to left. They fake the handoff to him and to Betts, and Carroll keeps it himself on the left side. And he is pounding his way forward, refusing to go down. A bunch of Eagles pushing him, and finally we'll get a forward progress stop call, and with that they're going to get him at the 34-yard line. So it's going to be about almost a 5-yard gain. We'll call it 4 on the play. That was a great read by the sophomore quarterback in Carroll for the Eagles. Again, he has the opportunity to hand it off on the inside, not there. Takes it to the left side, has Betts there. The defense bites on Betts. Carroll pulls the handoff and takes it himself. Good game on the play. Giesenhagen left, Imhoff right, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff's going to go a fake again to Betts, and again Carroll keeps it himself, evades the first defender, and gets forward for a nice gain on the play down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Case and Carroll on the carry.
Good read again by Case and Carroll. Tell you what, this young quarterback getting some valuable varsity time here after Hunter Vaughn with the injury has been out, and Carroll has really taken advantage of these snaps. And how much will this pay off for him next year? Eagles get the snap. Carroll fakes it again, takes it himself up the middle. 1st down, yardage on the play as he picks up 4. And a good adjustment by Colby. You can see the Eagles' game plan to start the second half was let's continue to feed Zane Betts, who was so dominant in the first half of the game. Eagles set again. Betts will be alone in the backfield. Motion man across the formation to the right is Imhoff. Betts going to throw it and has it intercepted. Had a man down there looking for Guy Tubbs that was a little bit underthrown. And hung up in the air a little too long, intercepted. Wakefield pulls it down for the Panthers, and wait a minute here, we got we have a penalty flag down. Then this, if it's against the defense, Colby would get it. It's not. It's against the Eagles. A legal procedure that has been declined.
1st down 10 for the Panthers.
Eagles set to go. Defensive whiz back into that diamond formation for the Panthers. Morrell, the quarterback, takes the snap himself, and he gets away from the first line of defenders. Looked like Colby had him stopped in the backfield, but nifty piece of running there with some footwork, and he's able to get loose and take it down the field. And it'll spot it at a 7-yard gain at the 34-yard line. 8:50 to go.
7-2 for the Panthers.
51 to go in this game. 24-14, Colby up by 10. Here's the snap out of the pistol again. Handoff goes tailback up the middle this time, and 1st down yardage for Alec Van Cleek.
Zane Betts with the tackle.
And Van Cleek is injured on the play.
1st down and 10 for the Panthers.
Took a big hit at the end of that one. He laying there. They had the wind knocked out of him. He got up and walked to the huddle, but they did call an official's timeout, so he has to leave the game. And he should. You can tell he's shaken up on the play. So Alec Van Cleek's going to come out of the ball game, and in his place. And in his place is Cohen Starnes. So we'll stay in that diamond formation. Starnes will end up lining up on the right side of the quarterback in Carroll. And again, he fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Gets to the edge, penalty flag here. We're going to have a hold.
Holt Morrell on the carry. Pulled down by Guy Tubbs.
Some pushing, shoving, and yelling at the end of this play as Tubbs hits him hard on the sideline.
Holding called against Nickerson.
So Nickerson on that holding call on that play. So that'll spot him back 10 yards. Make it 1st down and 20 to go. They had a 1st and 20 earlier in this half, and they converted. 1st and 22, actually. Again, it's from the spot of the foul, so it happened 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so they lost 2 more, and now they're going to have another illegal procedure penalty. This one on the running back again.
Called against Panthers.
Moving early. My goodness.
1st down, 27.
I tell you, you know the Nickerson coach has to be pulling his hair out. At this point in the season, Holding penalties are one thing when you're trying to protect a quarterback. You can see some of those late in the season. But this many illegal procedure, just jumping off sides penalties, it shouldn't happen. Just absolutely should not happen this late in the season. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left side. Carroll in the backfield didn't have enough players. Now set. Gets the snap. Rolling to his right side. Has time. Throws over the middle, and it is intercepted. Tipped and intercepted. The Eagles have it in a long return on this one. Could be a pick six. No, they're going to knock him out of bounds. Casey Carroll gets the pick for the Eagles. He returns it all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Where did they spot him out of bounds at? He had one man to get past. He could have scored on a pick six there, but he was pushed out of bounds, and they spot him at the 14-yard line. Ball was tipped, and then Casey Carroll came up and made the pick, and then had some nice blockers in front of him, so made a good return on it as well. Carroll now will take over at quarterback for Colby after getting the pick. 2 receivers to the left. Wimhoff in motion. Counter play, and Carroll wanted to keep it himself, and he was absolutely smothered on that one. Great play defensively by Starnes for the Panthers. He's been all over the place tonight. He's actually been the one that came in offensively when Van Cleet got hurt to replace him on the offensive side, but he's been good defensively tonight in that strong side linebacker position. They run a 3-4 defensive set with R.J. Monroe, Michael Nolde, and Keyston Abernathy on the defensive line, and then 4 linebackers behind him. Van Cleet, Starnes, Warner, and Baird. Motion for Colby across with Imhoff. Handoff's going to go up the middle, and this is a nice run here by Zane Betts. Betts will get that 5 yards they lost on the previous play back, plus 1. We're going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Tackle made by Remington Monroe.
Clock running, 7:20 to go in the game. Colby on top, 24-14. Trying to finish out the season with a win. Betts will take the direct snap this time. Gets the snap. Hands it off on the right side. Breaking a couple of tackles is Carroll, who was in it running back. He's going to get loose, and he's going to score. That's actually Imhoff that takes it into the end zone.
13-yard run for an Eagle.
That was Rourke. That was in for Imhoff. So Rourke takes it in from 9 yards out. Sorry. A little misdirection on that one, and Rourke takes it in. So the first time the Colby has scored of that, Betts being the one getting it into the end zone. Betts will take the 2-point conversion, and he will convert it. Colby's been perfect on those this evening. 32-14. Colby on top. We'll take a break. Back with more in just a minute on 100.3 The Ride.
The share it with a friend deal. Even if that friend is yourself. Your McDonald's, your rules.
There's a deal for every friendship at McDonald's. Right now, buy a Big Mac, 10-piece chicken McNuggets, or a quarter pounder with cheese, and get the second one for just $1. And pair them with one of our frozen drinks, like the new Fanta Blue Raspberry. Price participation may vary, valid for product of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
To guarantee your home's heating and cooling system is ready for whatever the season's weather brings, call McKee Incorporated today. At McKee Incorporated, we're the people you know and trust right in your community. Only McKee Incorporated can give you expert and authentic Linux quality coupled with savings that make achieving perfect air in your home easier than ever. For a limited time, they're offering $1,200 in rebates and monthly payments as low as $132 on a brand new Linux system. To get quality Linux equipment, unmatched savings, and trusted service, think McKee Incorporated and call 785-462-3132 today. Conditions apply. See dealer for details. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Ken Jones in for Andres Tejeda today. The Eagles on top 32-14. And Viking kicks it away, a deep kick this time for the first time tonight. And Nickerson trying to get this one picked up. They will. Back at the 10-yard line, and not a lot of running room for Morals. He's drugged down. And a great stop. That time by Kyle Lanning.
He got returned by Stanley Wakefield.
So Wakefield gets it out to about the 16. Is where they'll spot it. And Colby Fiken's been running those little squib kicks all night. We've recovered one and almost the second one. That's the first time we kicked it deep, and that one got
First down and 10.
Nickerson off guard there as they were all up at the line ready to defend that short squib kick, and that one got past the deep back. So Colby pins Nickerson deep. Panthers have hurt themselves terribly with penalties in this half of the game. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. This is where they like to pull across. This time they'll throw it. Morrow with nowhere to throw, but has an opening over the middle of the field, and he has a huge run down the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That is a gain of 23 yards. Tubbs knocking him out of bounds. Good block by the official in the middle of that one, too. Morrow wisely used him to get in between himself and an Eagle defender. The official did his best to get out of the way, but first and 10 to go. Nickerson breaks the huddle again. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, I formation. So throw again. Colby bringing the blitz. Well defended, the pass complete over the middle. And they're going to call forward progress out at about the 47-yard line, gain of 7.
Tackle made by Braden Foss.
So second down and 3 to go.
Down and 3 for the Panthers. Timeout called by Nickerson.
Odd timeout call here by Nickerson with 6:23 to go. In the half, Colby on top, or in the game. Colby on top 32-14, back with more in a minute.
Get the latest 5G devices at NextTech Wireless. Now you can get the iPhone 14 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus on us, or up to $999 off any other device. And that's not all. You can also get half off a new Apple Watch when you bring your number to us. NextTech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Pain can affect everyone. It pays no attention to age, body type, or gender. This is Dr. Kristen Parker with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. We treat patients of all ages from infants to the elderly using tried and true traditional techniques and our constantly updated advanced technology. I see pregnancy patients on a regular basis as well with safe treatments that often bring much needed comfort. Effective, comfortable, and professional care for all at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic Clinic. Learn more at nwkchiro.com.
Welcome back. A reverse pass out of the timeout, and it is completed down the left side for Nickerson. Blockers out in front. Colby's Imhoff saves a touchdown at the 18-yard line as Morello, the one, ends up throwing the ball, and it is caught by
First down 10 for the Panthers.
the catch was made by Christopher Monroe, I should say. So again, Monroe took the snap, handed it out to Moore. Moore looked like an in and around, fired it down the field, back to the man that took the initial snap. First down and 10 to go. 3 receivers right, 1 left. And again, Monroe back in the quarterback, lobs one up to the end zone. It's a jump ball and touchdown. Well, Colby said, yeah, it is a touchdown. 2 defenders there, battle for the ball. Good defense, really, but just a great play.
For a 17-yard.
So a touchdown on the play. So a pretty quick answer here by the Panthers. And they'll get set for a 2-point conversion attempt. Missed on their last one. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Morrow rolling to his right side, fires into the end zone, caught. The 2-point conversion attempt is good.
Conversion pass to Jason.
Makes the catch, and it's 32-22. 10-point game. We'll take a break. Kickoff coming up after this word from our sponsors on 100.3 The Ride.
With 11 locations across the state, most everyone has a People's State Bank location close to home. The People's State Bank offers loans of all types, including ag, commercial, home, and business, plus a wide range of checking account options as well. Put their knowledgeable staff to work for you. Find out how one of the 11 statewide locations can help you. Visit psbbanks.com. The People's State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Rip for now, and it needs replaced. Who you gonna call?
Roof Masters Roofing in Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call Roof Masters.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. It is 32-22. The Eagles on top by 10. 5:50 to go. Onside kick formation here for the Nickerson Panthers. And they will get the little pooch up. It gets onto the ground. Colby able to get there. Giesenhagen fields it cleanly. Nice play for Giesenhagen. And Colby with the football there. It was nearly a penalty by the Eagles. They got out there. They only had 10 men on the field there prior to that kick. They ran somebody on there quickly, and Cody Wright. So now the Eagles take over offensively. 5:49 to go in the game, up 10 points, two-possession game. So obviously you'd like to put some more points on the board, but more importantly, you want to take as much time as possible doing so. Nickerson burned that weird timeout earlier in this, on that last possession. And so they're down to just two remaining here. Colby with their full complement of timeouts. Not that they'll want to use one here. Eagles will get set to go. Imhoff in motion across the formation. Handoff Betts right side. Nice hole for Betts, and he pounds his way forward for about 7 yards.
Betts on the carry.
Betts again gets it right out to midfield. 2nd down and 7 to go. Colby will get the play from the sideline, and they will take as much time as possible here. One receiver right, one to the left. Slot back to the right side. One back behind Carroll. 6 on the play clock as they get the snap off. Betts on the carry, right side, close to a 1st down. Going to be a little bit short with the spot. 3rd down and about a yard to go.
3rd down and 1.
Colby would love to pound forward here and get another 1st down. And again, keep that clock moving. Guy Tubbs tied into the left side. Giesenhagen, Imhoff to the right side. Betts will get the snap himself. Carroll in motion. Betts keeps it left side, right over tackle guard on the left side, and he gets forward for a 1st down as he picks up about 4 yards to the 44-yard line.
Panther defenders.
We will stop the clock long enough to move the chains. Now we're rolling again here. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. Again, Colby up 10. 1st and 10 to go for the Eagles. In Panther territory, they're at the 44-yard line. One receiver left. One receiver to the right. Slot back to the right as well. Double tights. Motion left to right with Imhoff. They'll fake the handoff to Betts this time, and following right behind him is the quarterback in Carroll. And he's going to get about 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Like the play call there, you went with Betts on the previous couple of plays. Knew that they'd be keying on him that time, so you fake the handoff and follow him through the hole. 3-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 7. Clock running, 3:44 to go.
4th quarter, 3:40 remaining. Eagles with a
Giesenhagen and Imhoff to the left, Wark in the slot to the right. Carroll in the pistol. Motion, they fake the handoff this time. Quarterback keeper right side. Carroll is loose. Down the sideline at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Carroll takes it into the end zone for the Eagles. A 42-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles extend their lead with 3:18 to go in the game. Great run that time by the quarterback and Carroll. Again, faked the handoff, took it up the right side and all the way to the house. So Carroll with the touchdown, 3:18 to play, and the Eagles will go for the 2-point conversion attempt here. And they've really just been going with direct snaps to Betts on these, and he has been successful with it, and it's hard to stop the man from 3 yards out. They can't do it again. Same play, this time he goes to the right instead of the left, but again, the same play. Makes the read the other direction, he gets it in. 40-22, Colby on top. We'll take a break. Now we'll keep it here. 40-22, Colby on top. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. Season coming to an end here for Colby, and this is the way you want to end it, with a win at home. Eagle crowd warming in here tonight here at Dennen Field. Nice chilly October night. So here we go, Fiken getting set to kick it away for Colby. Nickerson was set to receive here. Fiken goes with a deep kick this time, end over end. Caught it about the 15-yard line. Great tackle by the Eagles that time.
Wakefield on the return.
Wakefield on the return, trying to get loose on the outside, and the Eagles streaking down the sideline to make an open field stop and an injury on the play as well. My goodness, so what a play by Salcido. He was like a missile. And right on target. Banged up on that play was Skyler Wakefield. Boy, he took a shot. He is up, walks off the field into his own power. I think that was one he might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him a little bit. 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this ball game. Colby on top, 40-22. 3-possession ball game now for Colby. So you got to look for the passes here from the Panthers. They have thrown the ball fairly well in this game, actually. A couple of picks, though. Carroll back to pass. Eagles bringing the house. Carroll gets loose on the right side. Throws it across his body and completes it. Boy, that was a good throw. A hard throw right into his right, throwing back to the left. And the catch was made that time by Mario Ortiz, but he's shaken up on the play. Cramping up, it looks like out here. Again, this cold weather, cooler evening, you get some of that, and the official helping him stretch it out on the field. Gets him back to his feet, but they did have to stop the game for it, so he'll head to the sideline. They'll get the players back out here.
9-10 for Nickerson.
Was good for a first down yardage. Foss did make the stop for the Eagles. He was playing free safety for Colby tonight, back deep. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Here's the snap. Pass complete on the right side. Nice piece of running after the play. And did he get out of bounds? I'm not sure. Was spot the receiver down on the right side. Again, slow getting up. And this is Wakefield. Again, he was hurt on that kickoff return to start this drive. Was battling to stay in the ballgame. One of the better athletes out here. And Colby going to... Well, they may make him come out.
Offsides call against Colby.
Colby's going to get on. This is a good call. They were shifting. They shift defensively, a strong side and weak side with their defensive line. And when they shifted, they went into the neutral zone. So that cost them 5 yards. First and 5 to go for Nickerson. They'll get the snap. They'll throw left side. Catch made. Gain of 4 on the play. Quick stop by Betts. Was the pass completed by Cohen Starnes. 2nd and 2 to go. 2 left, 1 right with the receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Throwing again. Again, a quick out, and it's completed. Pulled down by Jace Baird. Immediately stopped on the play by Carroll. 1st and 10 to go. Ball down at the 34-yard line of Colby now. And Nickerson is going to burn one of their final timeouts here. They had 2 left with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. I'm kind of surprised they're moving the ball quickly. They weren't taking a lot of time off the clock. They had some momentum. So I'm a little surprised with the timeout here with 2:15 to go when you're down 3 possessions. You'd think you'd just get up to the line and go. They burned a timeout early in the 3rd quarter of the game. And it was kind of a weird time. It looked like they were sat at the line and ready to go, and the coach did not like something and called one. But again, early in that 3rd quarter when Colby had a nice lead, so it was kind of a surprising time to take one. 2:15 to play, Colby up 40-22. Nickerson ready to go, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield with Colton Morrow under center. Getting the snap, looking to the left side, now to the right, throws, and it is incomplete. Had a man there, but it was a little underthrown in a diving effort. No good to Wakefield. And Skylar Wakefield having to come back to try to get to that one. Does stop the clock, though, with the incompletion at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So it took 4 seconds off. Nickerson moving the football. They have 2nd down, 10 to go, ball on the 34-yard line. Nickerson will break the huddle again. 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. 1 back in the backfield. Here's the snap. And they tried the little wide receiver screen out into the flats. And no good. Is over the head of Starnes, who made a jumping effort for it but couldn't pull it in. 3rd and 10. An 18-point Eagle lead, 3rd down and 10 for Nickerson. Three receivers right, 1 to the left. Nickerson gets the snap. Morrow throws over the middle, and the catch is made. Travis Betts with a quick stop on the play. Gain of 8 as it was pulled down by Jace Baird.
Tackle made by...
And the final timeout taken here by the Nickerson Panthers. And it brings up 4th down and about 3 to go.
We have 1 minute 54 seconds left in the game. Colby leads at 40.
Minute 54 to go in the contest tonight. Colby with a comfortable lead here late. Nickerson, if they don't get the first down here, Colby will not have to run any plays. They want to put 3 seconds on the clock, so they change it from 154 to 157. And again, if Nickerson does not get a first down here, the Eagles would be able to take knees and run the clock out on that next possession.
1:57 left in this one.
And every coach's favorite formation, the victory. We'll see here, 4th down. 3 to go. The Eagles could put the game away right here. Nickerson set to go, 2 receivers to each side of the field. They'll get the snap, and then it's a quick wide receiver screen, and it's old hook and ladder play. And it was caught. Whoa, where did they mark him out of bounds? He's short.
Ball carried by Alaric Van Cleet.
Van Cleet easily could have got the first down. He was trying to make sure he got out of bounds to stop the clock, but he didn't realize where he was at in relation to the first down marker, and he stepped out a half a yard short.
First down 10 for Colby.
And you can see him hitting his helmet. He's frustrated with himself, and you feel for the kid. But a break for the Eagles. Colby gets it back and a chance to put it away here. Minute 50 to go in the ball game. I believe Nickerson is out of timeouts. Colby will get set. Get the snap, handoff up the middle, Betts. Still on his feet, gets forward for a gain of about 6 yards.
Betts on the carry.
We'll spot him at the 31, 2nd and 4. Minute and 30 to go.
Second down 4 for Colby.
Colby will run as much of the clock off as possible here. 18 seconds on the play clock, minute 17 to go on the game clock. Second down, 3 to go for the Eagles. Carroll has a man in motion across the formation, gets the snap, Betts on an inside handoff, spins his way forward, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the 35-yard line, so it'll bring up third down and about a yard to go. Betts with over 200 yards of offense in this game tonight. He has been dominant. 48 seconds to go. The Eagles will run it down to about 20 seconds left, and they'll have to run the play. But then really would be able to let it run out after that. They don't have to they can take a knee right here. I'm surprised they have it. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off to Betts. Betts is going to get forward. We have a penalty flag down here. This is going to be a hold against the Eagles.
Betts on the carry.
Which if you're,
made by multiple Panther defenders.
You may decline if you didn't get the first down.
Being called against the Eagles.
You'd maybe decline that if you were the Panthers, just because it would be fourth down. Right now it would be third down if they take the penalty. So that's the decision situation here. Although it's not going to matter because it would, once the clock starts, we'll be able to run this out. So that's kind of the discussions here, is what is in the best interest of Nickerson. Nickerson will accept the penalty. So it's 15.8 seconds left now. Now the clock does not start until you snap the ball. Third and 11. They fake the handoff to Betts. Morrow keeps it himself, and Carroll does, and he's brought down for a loss on the play, but it really doesn't matter. So the Eagles will let the clock run out. The ball game is over. Colby wins it 40-22. The final score tonight. The Eagles end their season with a victory over Nickerson at home. Big thank you to our sponsors who made the broadcast possible tonight here. We're going to take a break, come back, and get things started with our Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. After this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football at 100.3 The Ride.
Stay tuned for the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show with Andres Tejeda.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way.
See your local Colby dealer, Shepherd's Water Conditioning in Goodland and Colby.
A little rain isn't going to stop you. When it comes to protecting your farm's inventories, livestock, and equipment, we'll make sure your buildings work just as hard as you do. We're your local Butler builder. With us, you'll get the advanced engineering of Butler Manufacturing, the industry's leading provider of building systems. Give us a call. We're your local Butler builder.
in Northwest Kansas, call Stevens Construction at 785-462-7571 to discover the difference a Butler building can make.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster, just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
If you're a mechanical engineer in search of a new challenge, SurePoint Ag in Atwood, Kansas has the ideal opportunity for you. This exciting position includes designing brackets, fluid systems, and more for fertilizer application systems. You'll also design complete products such as the Quick Draw Spray Tender. No 2 days are the same as you'll spend time in the field to ensure your design's functionality. Flexibility and problem-solving skills are essential. A technical or bachelor's degree is preferred in engineering or related area. Email a resume and cover letter to jobs@SurePointAg.com to apply. SurePoint Ag is an equal opportunity employer. Learn more at SurePointAg.com.
Welcome to the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show, brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank, with 2 locations to better serve you. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC. Here's Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. Chad Jones in for Just Ahead of tonight. Final score 40-22. The Eagles get the victory over the Nickerson. Cool show of solidarity after the end of the ball game. The two teams, instead of heading to their respective end zones and meeting with their head coaches, both teams meet in the middle of the football field and huddle up together and have a moment together after the game that's actually just now ending. So, again, kind of a cool show there at the end of the contest tonight. Colby gets the win 40-22 over the Nickerson Panthers to end the season here at Dennen Field tonight. Look, and a recap of scoring in the contest. The Eagles got on the board in the opening quarter on the opening drive of the ball game with 8:29 to go on a 5-yard touchdown run by Betts. Zane also punched in the 2-point conversion attempt, and the Eagles led 8-0. On the ensuing kickoff, Colby ran a little squib kick that was bobbled by Nickerson, and the Eagles recovered it and were able to then drive down the field and cap off another drive with a 2-yard touchdown run by Zane Betts. He also got the 2-point conversion attempt, and it was 16-0 in favor of Colby. Then with 3:25 to go in the second quarter, we had a 60-yard touchdown run as Betts got loose over the middle of the field, broke it to the left side, and took it to the house. Again, a 60-yard run capped off with a 2-point conversion that Betts also got in. Zane Betts scored the first 24 points of the ball game tonight on his own. Eagles led 24-0, and then with 39 seconds to go after a personal foul call in the second quarter that gave Nickerson a first down on a what would have been a 4th and 15. They ended up punching it down, taking it down the field, capping off a drive with a 3-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Morrell. The 2-point conversion attempt was good as well by Van Cleek on the run, and the score was 24-8 at the half. Nickerson scored the first points of the second half with 9:20 to go in the third quarter. A 54-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Morrell. 2-point conversion attempt was no good, and the score was 24-14 at that point in time. The Eagles then struck back in the fourth quarter with 6:57 to go and a 9-yard touchdown run by Wark. The 2-point conversion attempt was good by Betts, who, by the way, was perfect on 2-point conversion attempts in the game tonight. He gets it in there. The score 32-14. Nickerson comes back just a minute and 7 seconds later as they complete a 17-yard touchdown pass and get a 2-point conversion attempt to go in to draw the game to within 10 points at that point, 32-22. Colby on top. The Eagles then score about 2 minutes later on a 42-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Carroll. 2-point conversion attempt again knocked in by Betts, and the score 40-22, and that was the final score of the contest tonight. The Eagles get the victory over the Nickerson Panthers tonight in Colby and finish the season with a victory here. And we'll talk just a little bit with the head coach of the Colby Eagles and Reese McKinney, get his thoughts on the contest tonight. And I think he's got to be happy with the way his team finished the ball game off, got the victory tonight. Again, 40-22, the final score over the Nickerson Panthers.